Alright, greetings ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Mic check 1, 2, 3. It's your boy Cargos, we're back in the saddle today with some more comfy, vanilla, classic era 1x leveling, baby. We're playing our bread and butter, BT1 Orc Hunter, completing an iconic quest here, Salmon Flange in the Northern Barrens. I'm in a Discord call right now with Winky and Grays, and Grays actually rolled here today too. I played a bit offline with Showbeck yesterday, that's why I'm a bit higher level than when I stopped the stream. I stopped the stream at like 12 or something, right now I'm 16. So Showbeck's going to be playing here. Little mic check though, is volume good, guys? You know how it's always go. Went with the Achaiki pet for now, just for peak Barrens vibes. Hey Vince, good to see you, man. How pumped were you to get back to the Barrens today? So pumped. So pumped. I got my lift in. I'm trying not to neglect my fitness, trying not to neglect my nutrition. You know, I'm trying to have balance in my life for once in my life. And it's going pretty good so far. Everything is still in check. Did my class this morning. Got a nice little pump this morning going. Played some pickleball, did some drilling. Ate a nice healthy lunch. Got my Brussels sprouts with bacon. And then nice cob. Got a fresh DC here, some LaCroix water, and we're gonna be leveling for the next 4 or 5 hours, guys. Strap in. In-game is a bit loud, okay. I do want it to be loud, but there's a limit to this. How's music? Is music okay? Is it just the effects that are loud? Maybe we do this. So I really want that Barrens, that Barrens to come through. To make an impact. Should be better. Everything too loud? Okay. That might be better. I bought the Era hype you were selling in Gray Stream earlier. So much fun already. Yeah, man, it feels good. 1x vanilla is feeling good. Really good. The pacing in vanilla is just honestly the best. It's so satisfying. Hoppy said it pretty well this morning, and I think he's gonna play on this server as well. By the sounds of it, he basically said that the pacing of vanilla, it's not so painful that it feels like it's wasting your time. Where some of the stuff, even in SOD, right, almost feels like it's wasting your time. Where you have to travel a bunch to do things to get runes, or stuff's time gated for no reason. Yeah, we got those comfy ASMR bow noises. Just trying to put up that guy here. Like, this is just a regular mob in the world, right? And look how strong it is. So used to carving through stuff in SOD. But in Era, the mobs are pretty strong. So we're level 16. We're in the Barrens, pretty much. Early Barrens leveling arcs. Got some decent gear. Some people were generous enough to donate some gear and bags and stuff like that. Hook us up. We got our Achaiki pet. Still early. Still level 2 unruly. Achaiki actually doesn't have a focus stump too. Doesn't even have any rank of claw or anything. Kind of weird. It's kind of like a bad pet, but looks cool. Our goal though is to get the black boar from RFK. And we're just gonna rock out with that, or a black wolf. Those are my favorites. Black lion. That's your jam. Thanks for the GN last night. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah. If anyone has any questions about this project, what it is, whatever, feel free to ask as well. Basically, in a nutshell, the classic community is changed. We've changed over the years, and I don't know if there's many like vanilla, like true vanilla gamers, people who are here from the very start, who like, you know, that are still really going to bat for vanilla. It feels like a big mixture of like, you know, more retail folks and all that now. And I think the timing is right with Cataclysm coming out and them opening the floodgates to the new world and calling it classic. You know, some people are kind of yearning to go home. It's been about that. It's been enough time where people are actually, I think they have the energy for an era fresh. So that can be like the next thing we can look forward to and kind of like work together towards achieving. So that's how I'm looking at this server. I don't have like crazy ambitions for the server. I just want to play casually, have fun, just talk about the game, talk about life, and just it'll be like a classic era fresh waiting room. So if you know people that are in the same boat, they kind of want to go back, send them this way. We're on Deviate Delight over here on NA servers. I started late vanilla, made it to Cata and quit till Legion left it. BFA, I've been classic since I had to take a break for work-life balance. So I got you, man. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do it. Mic is still a bit low. I'll turn it up then. Hey, this hunter has the same idea. BT1 Orc Hunter, level 17 with an Initiated pet. Look at this, we're in a random part of the world in Barrens, completely dead server. We're running into 2 other hunters. But it's a lot of fun. What they have, this project they have going on Deviate Delight, it reminds me of the hardcore community in a way. It's basically being built up in the same way. The same sort of natural, organic hype. People spreading the word to other people who just love the game. Right, looking for a place to play, looking to sort of feel that sense of community they once felt. You know, I'm talking like the summer, or even just the whole year leading up to the classic launch. You guys still remember the time when we were speculating when classic would launch, and Blizzard basically said it was coming out summer 2019, but it was getting closer and closer, and there was still no word, there was still no release date, and people were like, "Summer is coming. Like, when is it gonna launch?" Classic Andy's just want to find a true home. Everything feels lame now. Yeah, like I was talking about it a lot yesterday on stream of where I stand on everything with SOD, with hardcore servers, with retail, with Cataclysm, with Mop Remix. For me, holy shit, dude. One of my high school friends who I haven't heard from in like 10 years just hit me up. I haven't heard from this guy in 10 years. That is wild. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, for me, this is my take on it. Like the classic ecosystem to me is SOD is like the new experimental version of the game where they can take some chances. It's not going to be perfect. Some stuff's going to be scuffed, like incursions. Some things are going to be big misses. Some things might be hits, right? We don't have to think about it like too savagely. Like people are trying to say like, is SOD vanilla plus? Is it classic plus? Or is it a test for classic plus? I don't know. I don't think you need to think about it in that type of way. Like, just view it as like an experiment to a certain extent where there's some things fun about it. It's not perfect. It was the same thing with SOM, and they're just going to keep iterating on the game, and I do think it's in good hands, and they'll get it like better and better. And we still haven't even seen the new raid, like Kara, so I have an open mind towards SOD. But as long as there's some sort of like scheduled programming, some kind of like annual fresh, something on the era side of things, some love and support for the era side of things, I think we're in good shape. Anyone in the chat knowing the new Everlook service coming out? I think it's mid-June. Oh my god, my buddy from high school, or even middle school, who I haven't played with in forever, literally over 10 years, he's like, hey, you playing Cataclysm? I'm like, bro, come play vanilla. And this is what he says. This is what he says, my guys. I haven't talked to this guy in years and years. Vanilla is too hardcore, lol. Need that easy loot, lol. That's too funny. Oh man, you heard the classic hype. That's a go. Yo, what up, Showback? Yo, my bad, bro. Did you say something? My bad. I haven't actually looked at the chat much. Block him. Retail Andy. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, you say I should ghost him? Yeah, I don't even know what to say to him. You're breaking my heart, man. Oh, I see. How you doing today, Showback? It was really cool chilling with you on Discord after hours. I can tell like the streamers are legit and they really love the game. When they're still playing, I don't mean to put you on the spot. As soon as Showback turns off the stream, I see him log on to Deviate Delight and he starts gaming. Like that's cool, bro. A lot of people they only play when they're streaming, and like to them it's just like strictly a job, right? The passion really isn't flowing. We were just vibing last night, leveling together, talking on Discord. It was really good. I actually met Showback at BlizzCon last year, and we really nice guy. And on the final day before we all left, we all went to like Applebee's or someplace, right? And he like bought everyone dinner. Can I post a YouTube link? It's a sick one for Everlook. Yeah, go for it, bro. If it'll let you. I don't know how if the commands are all set up properly. Go for it. Is this a private server? No, this is just so the story behind this server, it's called Deviate Delight. It's an RP PvP server. So it's a little spicier than Bloodsail. You know, you can fight each other in the contested zones and everything, but it's completely dead. Like I logged on this morning and I checked the auction house to see if I could buy some greens or something, right? Something to help. And there is basically nothing on there. So there's really no guilds actively raiding, correct? On Alliance or Horde. So it's a perfect sandbox to play in. And there's not like crazy ambitions for it. I think like they did come up with some sort of community phasing and the loose rule set everyone's gonna play by. I wouldn't worry about it though. If you're just trying to play vanilla and you're looking for a place where the leveling isn't gonna be like completely dead, right? Because you could play Era right now, but the thing is it's all GDKPs, right? And like you're sort of gonna be leveling out in the world and no one's gonna be offering you much camaraderie for doing that. It's just gonna be like 60 when. Like you're gonna sign up for the GDKP this week and so if you're looking to get like a little bit of a faint taste of fresh, looking to hone your skills in vanilla before the next vanilla fresh come through. Can you cap XP at 60 or Era? I mean, can you cap XP in here? Oh, I mean 60 is the cap, but you're saying you just cap it at like 19 or something? I don't think so. I don't think they put that functionality in. I think it's a mistake to do this on a PvP server. Yeah, I mean that's a fair take. I mean it could definitely be open towards griefing and stuff like that, but the thing is we're playing multi-life, right? So we're playing multi-life. I'm not tripping. If you die, you just run back. It's not like we're playing hardcore. So. I played on the server years ago. There was a Torn only guild that would yell for the herd every hour in Thunderbluff. Well. Yeah, so Gray's is playing right now. He's also streaming. So if you don't mind, I think we're gonna go chill with the boys in Discord. We're in a call with Winky and Grace, but I can still talk to you guys because I have push to talk on. I'm that sophisticated of a streamer that I have push to talk, so we can still talk and stuff. Feel free to ask any questions, but I think it'll be fun to just hang out with them and just talk vanilla and stuff. Gray's is really excited. He just rolled here moments ago, so if you're looking to play. Grace for Days just rolled, Winky just rolled, Showback rolled here last night, I rolled here last night. We're not the biggest guys in the community, but we've been around for a minute. Been playing this game for way too long. One Scarum was enough? Oh yeah. Scarum. Good old Scarum. Y'all starting a guild? There's already a guild here. Yeah, it's called We Want Fresh. So that's the kind of next movement we can latch onto in a way, you know? We fought the good fight for hardcore servers. Look what happened. And some of you guys were here from the very start of hardcore, and this might be giving you the same kind of vibes. It is for me. It's a little bit less clear what the objective is, but maybe there doesn't need to be an objective. The objective is to get fresh vanilla, right? Maybe that's it. But as far as like what to accomplish on the server, you just play and have fun. Crank that music and ambience, go out and level, enjoy the pacing of 1x, get out in the open world, have a few gamers to play with. I like playing on low pop servers. I've done it before. It's pretty fun. It's just a different type of vibe. I really hope I Want Fresh Guild has a no GDKP policy or I'm out. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It doesn't bother me either way. They want to do that. They want to do that. I think honestly, like, you almost shouldn't care if you roll here on the server. Is my take on it. Like, who cares? Just play the game and have fun. They want to do GDKP. They want to, like, you don't have to really be like super tapped into the meta and trying to be like the best or whatever. Just casually play, enjoy vanilla. Tight-knit community, bunch of fellow boomer dad gamers and mom gamers pressing buttons. Probably gonna be a lot of meme speckery. Props to you, man, for not playing Mop Remix like all the good little Blizzard streamers. I mean, I appreciate it, bro. I'm just keeping it 100 because I wouldn't be enjoying it. It would be fake. I always was a vanilla guy, and I always stayed true to that. Like, I played some of the other versions of the game, like TBC and Wrath, but you guys saw it, man, with retail and stuff. You guys ever see me play retail even one time? Even one time? No, bro, never. Doing it 5-6 years, never even touched it, bro. Never touched it. Even when the hype was at peak, you guys never saw me log into retail. I was always a classic guy. I always went to bat for classic, and I kind of missed that mentality with some of the people. Where people would go to bat more for vanilla and classic and be like, no, I'm a classic handy. You don't have to say fuck retail, that might be a little excessive, but like, believe in the game you're playing, right? And that it's a game worth playing. What made you play Greenskin again? Male orc is my jam. It's me in game. As weird as that might sound, it's just me in game. It like best represents me in game. Orc Hunter was always my jam. Is what I was known for years, even before playing Warlock in 2019. And I'm treating this playthrough kind of like as a love letter to vanilla, man. Is the way I'm looking at it. I just want to like use every little scrap of knowledge we've accumulated over the years and just have a nice, good run, you know? All the knowledge about pets, upgrades. Why don't you like retail? I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure if I was forced to play retail and there was no version of classic and for some reason I had to play it, I'm sure I could find some fun in it, right? Maybe just do arenas or something fun. But for me, it's just that I like classic a lot more, and I like that sense of community and the pride that we felt as this all happened, right? Playing a role and getting the classic servers, like, and the pull of those early days private servers and the community and the culture there of, like, you know, wanting fresh, all these things we've been talking about on stream, like, that's what pulled me in, and I feel an obligation to like stay consistent with that. Like, I'm a classic guy. It's the version of the game I grew up with. That's so strong. Is it era? Yeah, it's era. No, I'm not done with SOD. Like I said before, I'll probably have to just keep reiterating it again. I have high hopes for SOD, for SOM, whatever they want to call it. I do think that it's important that vanilla has a future, like that they're gonna have the game is gonna evolve and have a pulse, and they're gonna try new things, and that's gonna stop the argument or the perspective of like, oh, it's a dead game with everything figured out. It's like, nah, man, actually it is evolving. They are tuning the classes, they're trying new things, they're adding new content actually in a vanilla environment. The game's not dead. There's still stuff to do. They have, you know, a roadmap every year, so I appreciate it for that. But I just think the one missing piece of the ecosystem right now is just Classic Fresh on the schedule. Just that alone would fix it. If there's Classic Era on a schedule, and maybe they just do a couple like Q&As for the with the community to see what people want out of a new Classic Fresh, and they try to optimize it based on community feedback of what people wanted in terms of, you know, Chrono Boon, all this, and they you know, enforcing faction balance, all this, then we're good, man. Then it's a great time to be a vanilla Andy. Thoughts on Kata better than retail? I to be honest with you, bro, I think retail will be more fun than Kata. But I don't know that much about Kata. I just look at the game and it visually looks so whack to me. I have no nostalgia for the music or the zones or the raids. I could probably find more fun stuff to do in retail, but that's just a guess. I don't know that for sure. Is that shirt special ordered? Nah, just a basic gray stringer tank top. New Classic Fresh every year, yes sir.
Time is money, friend.
Oh my god, hopefully I didn't fuck this guy over. Hopefully he got it. Damn, I just griefed this guy, I think. Shit. Just a couple of orc brothers busting gats in the Barrens. Try to share. It doesn't work. To share. Because you can't turn in the quest. That's what happens with these types of quests. You have to turn in the first one. But if you have auto accept on, it just starts. It completes and starts the next one. Boston nuts. Lamau, I never trust anyone on this quest. That happened to me too many times. Yeah. Yup.
Talk to me.
But yeah, thanks for watching today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're just going to be chilling out, playing some 1x vanilla. I do think that there's like not a need, but there's like a niche for that right now. At least for me, when I tune into Twitch right now, I don't really understand what's going on, dude. Everyone's playing Kata or Mop Remix. I have no fucking clue what's going on. No one's really responding to the chat like that closely or reading the chat. It doesn't feel that cozy in there, so we'll try to keep you guys entertained. Is this just a regular stream going on now? What do you mean by that? We're just gonna be leveling in vanilla for like the next 4 or 5 hours. Yo, I've been doing once a day keto plus gym each day. I've lost 3 pounds this week. Yo, that's what's up, Classic Deal. That's amazing, bro. We're probably gonna do like a fitness fresh too at some point, and just for people in my community. If anyone's looking to like make some change with their physique and looking for some motivation, we can do something like that where everyone, you know, makes a little blood pact. Delete your character if you fuck up. Like we're gonna We're gonna recomp the body. That's great though. I'm proud of you, Classic. Good job, bro. Keep it up, man. 3 pounds in a week is pretty much as hard as you can go. That's a lot, dude. It's a ton. Have you ever looked up what 5 pounds of fat looks like? If you like go watch, just type into YouTube like 5 pounds of fat. It's crazy. It's like a huge nugget. Okay, cat's eye emerald now. Oh, consistency streaming. Yeah, so I'm pretty busy these days. Like my schedule is I wake up, get my daughter ready for school. I go out and I get breakfast with my wife and my daughter. We go like, you know, Dunkin' Donuts or go to like a coffee shop and have like some avocado toast or whatever, right? And then spend some good time with her, take her to school, drop her off. Then I have to rush to the gym, do my class in the morning, and do my alpha conditioning. And then after that, play pickleball and drill, get some sun, try to even out the tan lines, and then we go get lunch, and then we rush home, get the stream started, stream 4 or 5 hours, back to the gym for to lift and take my daughter to the kids academy. So it's a packed schedule, man, but I'm hoping to be consistent, like every day around 11 or 12, start the stream up and stream for 4 or 5 hours for you guys. Bro, are you guys linked through some OG HC Hive Mind Control spell or something? You're back. The Rhinosaur is back. I think Raze is back too. Who's next? Winky? If they're back, Raze and Winky are in a call right now. Yeah, maybe, dude. Maybe it's like women on the same period cycle, dude. Maybe it's like that. Vanilla calls us every so often. It calls us home, right? But yeah, I think it's good timing. It's like with any startup or business too. Like in part, it's just timing and luck. And with Kata coming out and watching that developer interview, maybe it was that. It kind of triggered something in me, man. I watched these developers that are supposed to be representing the classic community, and it just felt so soulless to me, bro. Like I know they're trying to pretend like they love Kata so much, but I just didn't really buy it, to be honest. Like. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, how is this classic? Like, we're literally doing Cataclysm Classic now. We're at that point. No more old world. People are genuinely hyped for this product. Even if you look at vanilla, right? Season of Discovery is cool, but there needs to be more people keeping the legacy of original, right or wrong, guys, of original 1x vanilla. The genius of original 1x vanilla and fresh. There needs to be more people going to bat for that and keeping that spirit alive as well. The other stuff can happen too, right? Kata, Asada, like I said, but there needs to be still more of that just to keep like the legacy there, you know. Next month makes 10 years self-employed. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I've been self-employed my whole life, man. My whole life. Never had a normal 9 to 5. 1x is hardcore, as in patch 1x. 1x as in this is just straight up original vanilla values, no SOM, no SOD, no XP modifiers. This is how it was in 2004, baby. And I played a bit last night, and the main thing that sucked me in, and Shobek said it too, he's like, dude, this is hitting harder than I thought. OG Jeffrey, if you guys remember him too, I was watching him stream, I ran into him in the world a couple times yesterday. He was streaming and he was like, dude, this is hitting harder than I thought. Why is this kind of hitting right now? And I believe it's the pacing. And if you guys give it a shot and you log in and you make a character too, it's going to sneak up on you. The pacing is just good. Like the feeling of when you get upgrades, how long the levels take. The mobs are pretty tanky, they're pretty strong, you're pretty weak. And even though it's the same world that they have in Kata, it's the same world they have in Mop Remix, like, you know, in terms of like the zone names and stuff, like the world feels 10 times bigger. This world feels 10 times bigger than SOD, bro, because there's no one summoning you around. You know, it's just slower paced. Everything is slowed down, so the world feels humongous. And I understand that people want to play in a mega server, and they want to play on a server that's like really highly populated, and that's the majority of people. And to them, it doesn't feel real unless it's highly populated. I promise you, there is a certain appeal to playing on low pop as well, and just not really caring so much. to a more like solemn and peaceful and kind of quiet vibe. You're just going through the motions, playing the game as it was intended. No stress. No stress to swipe or to keep up or anything. Just, that's it. Low pop can be magical, 100%. I've played on low pop, many low pop servers, bro. Like even just Bloodsail and stuff. Bloodsail became high pop, but you think it was always that way? Bloodsail was like this. Hardcore happened exactly in the same way that this is happening right now. Exact way. It was you guys in the chat getting hyped up, giving it a shot. One person becomes 2 people. 2 people become 5 people. 5 people become 10 people. 10 people become 50 people. 50 people become 100 people. 1 guild turns into 2 guilds. 1 streamer turns into 2 streamers. People just like, and that's some of my favorite moments in this game, when it's the community doing their own thing as well, right? We're just kind of sandboxing the game, creating your own events or initiatives or whatever, and we've done a lot of that over the years. They've been going back to the classic beta, you know, doing dueling tournaments. We did a dueling tournament in Ratchet. You trying to do RFC at 16? I think I'm a little high for it, bro. I'm down for WC though. Oh my god, it's Lord Azimus in the chat. Bro, what's good, man? Yo, Azimus. Cat lick a hype, cat lick a hype. Are you cat lick a hyped out of your mind right now, bro? Dude, Azimus. Azimus and I duo leveled sub ropes on the first Everlook. You remember that, bro? We were both naked in a cave together. And we're like backstabbing mobs in a cave, and we're not moving because it was so crowded that we couldn't get any tags. So we're in this cave in northern Mulgore, and we're just waiting for the quill boar to spawn. Like, we're here, right? Not here, where is it? We're here in the cave right here. The world was so packed and so laggy that we just found a little cave, and like there was a couple of mobs respawning at the speed of light, so we just stood in this cave, and everyone walking in the cave were like, why are there 2 undead in Mulgore? Because we were undead there. But the reason why I bring that up, Azimus, is that another Everlook Fresh is coming. It's just reminding me of that. Like soon, a couple weeks, I think. Yeah, I hope you're doing well too, bro. Yeah, good times, man. Remember we leveled with C-Dank for a bit too, Azimus? Like before he started streaming and stuff? And then he quit on us? He quit, he's forever hard stuck STV, like level 36, and we kept pushing forward a little bit. Bro, I got pretty far on that server. Like, I was like high 50s and about to get there. And then all that drama happened, but yeah. 29th of June. Yeah. But that's what we can do, guys. Even if it's just on the side. Deviate Delight, you guys down? Turn Deviate Delight into the Classic Era Fresh waiting room. Classic Era Fresh waiting room is now Deviate Delight. The guild's called We Want Fresh. It wasn't my idea. It was Aladar's and all them. Whoever he was doing this with, they started this a few weeks ago. But I'm all for it, bro. Let's get it. We need a little cubby to hide out in until we can get what we want. Starfall, yeah. Weird name again, but I might check this Deviate Delight movement out, my man. Bro, Azimuth Shobek rolled here last night. Gray's rolling here today. Winky rolling here today. Like, we're not the biggest streamers, but we're like mid-range, you know? You get enough mid-range guys together, you can make a splash, you know? So, there's no real ambitions for it. We're just playing. That's it, bro. Just play and wait for Classic Air Fresh. And if we get it, then it feels like we did it. We accomplished it. Yeah. The guild's growing fast. Alliance needs help, though. We need like a big guy to go Alliance. Big streamer. But at the same time, if you're rolling Deviate Delight right now, it's just like early Bloodsail days. Once this grows too big, it's also going to lose a lot of its charm. And if it was anything like hardcore, that's going to happen at some point. You know, maybe a month or 2 from now, the server has a couple thousand people playing, and it's just a little bit less charming, right? That's what happened to hardcore. Hardcore ended up becoming almost kind of toxic in a way. Like the average hardcore gamer went from being like extremely wholesome and like just community oriented and there from the start, like an early adopter believer type, to just being, oh my god, yo, the guy who's my friend from middle school, who I haven't talked to in like 10 years, talking about Kata and the free loot, he just made a mage. Believe playing vanilla again. just like middle school days. Middle school days. I still remember playing vanilla for the first time with you and Max. Winter break, 2004. Shit was amazing. It was snowing, and we were all crowded around the PC. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Deviate Delight. That's my middle school homie. He wants an easy game, so of course he played the mage. I still remember his character name, Oros. Oros. Yeah, man. Hi from Ampi. Yo, what up, Clarity? You watching Ampi too? Ampi's not playing this though right now, right? He's doing some side stuff. Yeah, I saw you in an Ampi stream earlier. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's see what kind of splash we can make, guys. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm feeling the energy again, guys. I'm feeling the. Oh my Lanta, there it is. That's what we needed. We're juiced now. 400 viewer raid coming out from Big Ampi. Are you serious right now, dude? That's massive, brother. I was watching your stream all morning, man. I was talking about some of your takes. Like, I think you had some really good takes. Like, the one thing that you said that really stuck out to me is you were saying the vanilla pacing doesn't feel like it's wasting your time. Like, it's perfect. It's that perfect balance between like investment of time and satisfying. Yeah, being satisfying, you know? Splash by what? I don't get it. Hardcore? No. So basically what this is, Ampi might have talked about it a little bit on stream. No. Some OG vanilla heads who are almost vanilla to a fault. Like we're almost too close-minded about other versions of the game. We're feeling kind of homeless right now. There's all this Cataclysm hype. SOD for a lot of these people was a big miss. For me, I'm new to SOD, so like I'm enjoying it. I feel like it's fresh, and I kind of believe that the game, vanilla should have a future, and there should be like some ability for us to change the game. But you could, my thing is you can have your cake and eat it too, right? So we can have that version of the game, SOM, SOD, whatever it's called, and then we can also have just Era. And Ampi was on the same page earlier. He was saying an annual Era fresh with enforced faction balance, let's say. Let's say that there's, a long phase. You guys want a long phase one or a lot of time before BWL and ZG to come out, so people can just chill, enjoy that pre-bis grind. And it's 1 year long. We get more players through AQ, and it comes out on like Christmas Day. Maybe Christmas Day people wouldn't play though, because it's people are with their family. But yeah, that might be kind of messed up. People are gonna forsake spending Christmas Day and going to IHOP with their family and having pancakes to go play fresh. But maybe like begin early December or like New Year. New Year's not that important, man. Just do it on New Year. 1 year short. It's short, but it's for the best. 1.5 years, I do believe, is too long. Because the thing that happens with vanilla, and it's happened this way with every single vanilla server I've ever played, is that you get this funnel of players, right? Fresh is super populated, it's super hyped, there's dynamic respawns, there's queue times, people are just loving it. The previous grind is absolutely goated, it's the best WoW has ever been in its existence. You're getting all those blues, the gratification, the instant gratification like is hitting right, And then that gratification loop starts slowing down because you start raiding, you settle in with the guild. It takes a while to get gear in this game. You're stuck in MC for multiple months, then you're stuck in BWL for multiple months. You have to be consistent, you start to get burnout, you start to get drama, and what happens? The player base slowly gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and by the time you get to AQ, there's barely anyone playing. There's maybe a couple guilds, a couple diehards, and then Nax is even smaller, maybe only 1 or 2 guilds raiding Nax, and then there's maybe like a resurgence at the end of the game where some people come back, but after every weekly clear of Nax, more and more people quit, right? Like in their mind they beat the game and they just move on. Oh my god, look who hit me up. Any Azimus fans in the chat? I fucking love Azimus. He's one of the realest dudes out here. He's super low-key, he stays drama-free, he makes amazing content. He does truly love the game. He's one of those people who's actually low-key really good at the game, but jokes around so much that you would never know, kind of, because he's always just memeing about, but he's actually insane at this game. He's actually a low-key arena head and really good player. And Azimus is a huge, that's a first round draft pick right there. Isn't he a clicker though? Nah, he's just trolling me. He's just memeing. It's just a meme, that's what I'm saying. I played with him, like, he understands the game really, like, actually really well. But he likes pineapple pizza. Actually, pineapple pizza is pretty good. But that's it. That's a first round draft pick right there on the server. Oh my god, huge. Huge pickup. Maybe he makes a YouTube video about it. That'd be GG. But maybe it's still too early days. We gotta test it out. We gotta test it out. We gotta prove the concept first. Like, let's see if it's fun. Let's see if the people who are rolling here stick around. Because it's not my first rodeo, man. People see a kind of hype stream and they get that fresh itch and they play for like a couple days. But that's it. And then they're done. Oh, what the heck? That's a lot of goblins, bro. Where did they come from? Damn. Isn't that weird? It's a weird little... Oh my gosh, dude. It's actually faster to... Nah, that's fine. We'll run. Oh, man. That's... Yo, thank you for the raid, though, Ampy. I hope you had a good stream. Ampy, best raid leader I've ever seen in action. A true vanilla WoW enjoyer. He was one of my heroes going back to the private server days. There's so many creators that I remember watching when they had very little people watching them. Like Tommy Salami, I remember when he was a 2v Randy. Tactics, 2v Randy. Ampy, 2v Randy. I remember them. And like, I remember on these private servers trying to be the best hunter I could be, you know, trying to prove myself and like learning how to melee weave. I'm trying to understand what it is, listening to that interview with Time Cop who was like talking about melee weaving on Patchwork and being like, oh shit, like I gotta learn this. And watching Ampy just blast 1 to 20 runs and watching his VODs and like the ethereal trance music he was playing, and he had the best times. It was him, and there's this other druid. Oh man, I'm trying to remember his name. He was a druid speedrunner that was really good. And there's also Journey. There was a few guys who were like the speedrun goats at the time. And yeah, Ampy was like a big kind of hero to me. Grizzly, Giga Chad. You guys remember Grizzly? No more though, right? Druid speedrunners, dude. This guy was insane. He was server first on Chronos 3. I hope someone can remember his name. I know Tactics probably could. It started with a C. And he was server first on Chronos 3 as a druid. Insane. But Chronos 3 was kind of broken though. They did like a little bit of custom weird stuff to the server where you would get more XP if you were in a group by like too much or something. So you kind of like cheese it a little bit. But yeah, thank you for the raid, bro. Hope you had a good one. That was a turning point for me with hardcore, getting Ampy on board. Because Ampy to me was like, he was one of the top tier gamers. And getting like top tier gamers to like believe in hardcore and like give it a shot and come in and play in the tournaments, like that makes people believers. Because believe it or not, people were very skeptical of hardcore. They thought it was like just an absolute meme at the start, right? Like this is some stupid project, like these like silly little dad gamer casuals like making their own little game mode. Then we got the add-on. No, Serendipity is another guy, but it wasn't that guy. There was another guy named with a C. But Serendipity is another druid beast, yeah. He played with the Frontier boys. Corfax or no. Oh man, I'll think of it. I remember Ampy kiting the Harpy boss to Crossroads to get the double quest turn in. Yeah, but we slowly, with each person, got people more and more to believe in hardcore as a format for vanilla WoW. Because at the start of it, like, it was genuinely completely a new frontier. Like, no one knew how deep you could go. Like, clearing dead mines, people were at the edge of their seat, right? Once upon a time. Getting to level 20, people were at the edge of their seat. Then you just knock down each domino as you go. Get more and more people into it. Then we got the add-on. That was a huge turning point. To be honest, hardcore gives the most deepened classic experience. Can Beast? Nah, it wasn't Can Beast. It was like Corfax or some 2-syllable name that starts with the C. I'll ask Tactics later. But I do know Can Beast. Can Beast is another guy who's like vanilla to a fault. He was like a friend of Dokken. He's been playing the game forever, bro. And he's a true vanilla enjoyer, 100%. He has stripes on his shoulder. I like your tattoos. They follow your muscle line properly. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I actually got cargos on my right arm a little bit, but you can't see it. It's blended in. Pre-Chrono Boon. Yeah. Pre-Chrono Boon. I mean, we were talking about the idea of a vanilla fresh and what it would entail yesterday. Like, what's your perfect one? That could be something we could do as a community. Like, do the legwork for Blizzard and try to get the community's take on what would be the best version of vanilla WoW to run back, right? And answer all the little questions like forced faction balance, phase timings, Chrono Boon, mage boosting in or out, ban GDKPs in or out. This is all stuff that's no changes, I guess, except for like Chrono Boon, but can have a massive impact on the server, and it's fun to talk about, and we could come up with like the best proprietary blend for vanilla and make it a 6 server. I do think 1 year timeline is the play too. But I appreciate you guys watching. We're going to be streaming just comfy, chill, classic hero leveling every day around 11 or 12 PST. So no world buffs? Well, that's the thing. Like, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm being completely honest with you. Even though I'm talking a big game with no changes and all this, or just trying to go back to regular vanilla, if I'm being completely honest, Chrono Boon kind of sounds nice, dude. Because it really does solve one of the biggest problems that classic players are feeling back then, where, like, you know, people are getting really upset with the griefing of world buffs and all that type of stuff. It prevents a lot of toxicity, and it also allows you to play your character more, man, because you can just lock those world buffs in and still play the game, right? Like, yeah, you can do it day of, but it just takes one like stress moving factor variable out of the equation. I think it would actually result in a better player experience. But I'm not dying on that cross. Like, if we just want to say, no, we've had too many changes recently, let's just go back completely normal vanilla, I'm with it. It's just something I'm doing. Like, who dumbfuck doesn't want Boon? The people who don't want Boon are people that really enjoy. They enjoy world PvP. They enjoy fights at Blackrock Mountain as people are trying to get into the raid. They find enjoyment and some sort of like cool emergent gameplay out of taking people's world buffs away and feeling like, you know, haha, like, you know, the world buffs are gone now. And they also like, I guess the case for no Boon would also be Boon is too much of a gold sink, it's expensive, it adds up. It could also be, it'll get you out into the world more. You'll have to be getting Songflowers more frequently. There's going to be just more activity out in the game world, more planning, more logistics, more player engagement with no Boon. That would be like the devil's advocate case of no Boon. But man, I do think there's a high likelihood that players would have a much better time if there was Boon in from the start. Yeah. Oh, you already have the emerald. Yeah, let's leave now. Sorry, I was just talking about it. Chrono Boon should only be usable in a main city on a PvP server. Any large-scale world PvP completely got gutted with Chrono Boon Edition. Okay, let's read this again. That's Ompi in the flesh. A highly valued opinion here. Chrono Boon should only be usable in a main city on a PvP server. Any large-scale world PvP completely got it. So you can pop your Boon and restore all your buffs only in a main city. Ooh, thoughts on that? That might be a good middle ground. I never thought about that in my life. It would still be rough, like popping invisibility potions, trying to make it into the raid and being super scared to lose it. But that's like kind of a middle ground. We just had big, large-scale fights over ZG Island on Fire MIE, like 60 versus 120 people. I actually never thought about that. Only have it usable in a main city. Interesting. People care about parsing too much. Yeah, but I've said before that it's probably is problematic if you care about it too much, but it's parsing and stuff is still good for the game. I do feel like that people want to parse and perform because I mean, it's something to do, and it means they care about the game. They're invested, they're dialed in, they're locked in for the raid. It gives them a carrot on a stick to chase every week. It's pretty fun trying to chase down the pinks and hundreds and stuff like that. But obviously you can take it too far and be like way too hard, like elite about it, and take the game way too seriously and blah blah blah. We're actually gonna do a logout skip. That's pretty cool. That's pretty new technology. I think Thede found it maybe about a year ago. It's gonna take us into Orgrimmar. You get people tunneling in one by one with boons. Oh, the pet died. You hate to see it. We're quite low. Cargos are using an interface with phantom power. Your mic is still making this high-pitched noise. The noise gate has been reduced a bunch, but it's still there when you talk. Yeah, I can't really figure that out, man. I am using a phantom power one. If you have any ideas. Oh, probably dead here. It's okay, actually. We can just do this. We gotta fly to Orgrimmar now, anyway. Okay, let's go to Orgrimmar. Turn in. We're gonna show you a logout skip, but basically in this cave, you can log out. You can climb up on this thing and log out, and it teleports you to like the portal, the officer quarters in Orgrimmar. It's pretty neat. But... okay.
What do you need? Strength.
Yeah, classic. I'm not sure how to fix it. The little humming noise, 100%. It's annoying me. Man's been fighting audio issues since like 2019. Big true. What should I roll on Deviate Delight? I can't decide. I think there's a big lack of healers right now. So if you want to go horde side and roll a healer, to me the most fun healer would be a shaman. Shamans are always in demand in vanilla. They have just a lot of fun things you can do, right? You can go like the enhanced meme and try to get a hand of rag or one of those niche weapons and go that route and have fun in BGs. You can obviously just rank one chain heal goes burr and be like the best healer on horde for that, dropping the totem value. And I also think Ellie Shaman is really fun. So if I were to play Shaman right now, I would try to level it as Ellie and see how that is. And see how good or bad it would be, and just try to one-shot mobs, have fun, drink a lot, and then you can still heal pretty well. Ellie PvP is OP. Yeah. The reality is most gamers are way more casual than us, and Boon helps them a lot. If we wanted an alive world and good raid scene, it has to be there. I bet you though, if you pulled, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're gonna pull the chat for real. Just draw a poll. I'm not even gonna lead the passer here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Okay. Poll's gonna go up in a second. Here we go, guys. Make your vote count. You never know. Maybe Blizzard will be looking at this. If there was a Classic Fresh coming out, let's say this fall, this is a big one. Chrono Boon in from the start, just as is right now, or no? Cast your votes. Chrono Boon, yes, or Chrono Boon, no. Would Chrono Boon made your experience in 2019 better? My take on Boon is that it actually did make a big positive impact, and it was really sick, but it was too little too late. By the time it came out, wasn't Nax already like halfway through? So it was. I honestly thought it was a really like good idea, and it's like a gold sink to help stop the inflation in the game. But it just came out too late. Let's see. What are the predictions? I'm gonna guess that 90% of you want Boon in the game. 90% of you want Boon. Oh my god. Dude, look at this guy. This guy's got to be a transfer, huh? So I can... Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be a transfer, I would imagine. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what the results of this are. Let's see. Show results. Boon, yes. So 75% of people want Boon in the game. Think it would make a better Classic Fresh. That's food for thought, right? That's food for thought. You just have to think about it. Like, if you could go back in time, go back in time and put the Boon in for summer 2019 launch, would have people have had a better time? Would it have been more fun? All the dispellers don't want it. Would people have played Classic longer? Would the servers have stayed alive for longer? Phase 2 World PvP was the biggest down. The thing about Boon, man, is it like, if you had to break down the top 3 complaints about Vanilla WoW, what would they be? Top 3 criticisms of Vanilla WoW for someone who's maybe not like a hardcore brainwashed vanilla private server enjoyer, just some random guy wanted to play Classic, saw it on the launcher, wanted to play, leveled up to 60, kind of like medium. Yeah, we're talking vanilla WoW. What are like the top 3 complaints? I actually think one of the top 3 complaints is the world buffs and not being able to play their characters. At least it was in 2019. You guys are saying GDKP. I feel like that like came later. That issue for people. But do you remember back in 2019? That's people were complaining about that like crazy. Like, I can't play my character. This is so lame. Like, getting world buffs is so annoying. So the Chrono Boon does take that completely out of the equation. That entire criticism pretty much like is gone now, because you can play your character and you can world PvP. GDKP and boosting was not a complaint like it is now, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Those arguments have like gotten bigger with time. People are more against boosting in GDKP because it's just like a more mature game, right? Yeah, needing to raid log because of buffs was kind of ass. So the Boon helps stop inflation, and it makes the quality of life, like you can play your character for longer and you don't have to stress about it, right? And everybody can get into the raid and feel happy with their buffs, and they pop their boons and you get a full stack of world buffs, and then you get to enjoy vanilla raiding for what it is. The thing that makes vanilla raiding special compared to other versions of the game like TBC and Wrath is what? It's all the buffs that you can collect, all the consumables and weird items you can collect, and like, can you stay alive? Like, you're basically playing hardcore, you know? You can't lose it. Everyone is tiptoeing everywhere, but you're still trying to blast. Like, that's the unique thing about vanilla raiding. So everybody gets to do that, right? With Boon, you get to go in and you get to shoot your shot every week.
Raw. Strength.
Man, a lot of people joining the guild now. That's awesome. Welcome, Sticky Nose. Yeah, if you guys want to join, we're on Deviate Delight, Classic Era Fresh Waiting Room. We can make a little splash here. If you still remember the good old times, if you remember 2019, if you remember the announcement of BlizzCon in 2017, if you've been here this whole time and you've just been feeling weirder and weirder with the way everything's been going, come through, man. Maybe it's not too late. We still got a little gas in the tank. I still got some energy to play this game somehow. Can you link the guild Discord for Deviate Delight? Yeah, someone link it. I don't have it on hand. No version of WoW has had every spec viable. I mean, my take yesterday as we were talking about it, and I'll stand by this, and I actually love talking about this, it's super fun, is I think vanilla WoW in the 112 state is a balanced game. I think it's a balanced game. And I'm talking about when you factor in everything. Not just PvE DPS, not just leveling speed, not PvP open world, not PvP in like a BG pre-made setting. I'm talking about everything. You factor in everything you can do as a class, what gold farms are available to you, how easy it is to gear, you know, what's your responsibility in the raid, how competitive is your slot in the raid. You factor in everything, all the classes hold their own, all the classes are fun and they have their place, and I stand by that, bro. And if you actually want to come up with like a devil's advocate argument of why you think that's not true, put it in the chat right now. And I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I feel like I would have something to say about it, you know? What about Druid? Druid's nasty. With time, we've figured out that Druid's really good, dude. Like, what spec? You can even go deeper. You can go Boomkin. Boomkin. Is Boomkin the biggest meme spec in vanilla, guys? Even Boomkin is nasty in vanilla. But what angle am I talking about? What angle am I talking about when I say Boomkin? It's the open world shit, dude. These Boomkins out in the open world, the ones who are like enthusiasts, are insane with like insect swarm and they're dancing. They're like kind of resto and Boomkin. They are open world gods. They're like almost impossible to kill. They're insane in 1v1. They can flag carry. I bet, but like their main niche is like open world 1v1. Even the Boomies are crazy. If you don't believe me, go look up like some YouTube videos of it. You'll see them just dominating. Ass Priest is not a meme in PvP. Boomkin is the biggest meme spec. Red in the second. Enhanced Shaman is third. Enhanced Shaman might be the hardest one. You guys are gonna have to help me here if you're a vanilla guy. Like, what can you look forward to as Enhanced? I would say, I mean, Shaman overall is in a good spot, but if you were Enhanced, people will still take you because you have totems, because you help round class. Like, there's still a demand for you. People don't really care how much damage you do. They just want you to press your totems and be good at that. You know, you can get some cool shit, like you'll get the Hand of Rag, because no one really wants it. And you could, you know, as an enhancement shaman who's there every week, they're just gonna let you live your best life and get that for the BGs. Like, yeah, like that's the little one shots, pretty cool. Like, nice. Grace today streaming for Alley side. Whoa! Grace is going Alley? No way. That's new. That's news to me. Yo, you want to see how dead the server is though? Let me show you the auction house. PvP once every 3 minutes, you get 3 big win for your crypts and one-shot someone. Mage might be OP if you factor in everything, though. Mage, there's a very strong case to be said that Mage is the strongest class in vanilla when you factor in everything. Like, if I just type in Bronze Bar, look at that. That's how dead this server is. And I like it. It's dead, and it's perfect. It's the perfect sandbox to play. Look at that. Dead. Let's see. What else? Let's type in heavy leather. Dead. Type in rune cloth. No rune cloth. Bro, I love it. I love it. And what else? Bronze 2. No bronze 2. I like that it's dead though, guys. I like it. This is a clean server that we can kind of play make-believe fresh on, guys. And this is classic era waiting room. Come through. RP, PvP, Deviate Delight. Deader than dead. I love it. Search linen. I have a feeling there's going to be linen cloth just because there's a good amount of you guys down here. What? What? Oh my god, that's dead. That's ancient history dead. That's like Tutankhamun dead. What the fuck? Rough stone. What? Oh, okay, dude. See if search nothing. There is some stuff. Like there's like some random stuff. Just like some greens and stuff, you know? Yeah, come through. Come through. Like the low pop vibes is nice, man. You can come roll here. There's no pressure for you to get to 60 at any time. There's no cues, there's nothing. Like you just come through. You just play at your own pace. Crank the ambience, crank the music. You just kill some time for a classic era fresh. 426 total listings. Pick my class: rogue, warrior, priest. Pretty sure we need healers, bro. Go priest. Someone's got to take the L, man. Wait, do you priest players? Do you really like playing priest? Like, I'm just kidding. I know you guys do, but that's the hardest one for me to like try to play for me. No linen cloth. Yeah. If I was gonna play priest though, troll priest. Troll is kind of sick in classic, man. The racials are nice. You look pretty cool. Partner up with a warlock. Undead or bust. Yeah. Female troll priest. We got a guild going? Yeah, there's a guild going, and it's called We Want Fresh. 69 people on. 805 people total in the guild. I have a feeling that pretty soon we're gonna need another guild though. Pretty soon. Yeah, I just have a good feeling about it. I think the timing is right. There's a lot of OGs coming back to it. I wouldn't be surprised in like a month or two. Like, especially with the Everlook fresh coming out too, I think it might help the server. Some people will come back and play vanilla. It'll pull people away from maybe Kata or Sod or whatever. And then like that fresh will die down a bit and people will play here. This timeline is amazing. You and Gray's back on Classic and Tyrannosaur on Soul Stuff found HC.
Hello, man.
We gotta get Tyrannosaur over here,
We
bro.
see it, yeah.
Let's
Strength
see.
and honor.
I don't think there's anything good at 16. Oh, Immolation Trap's
For
pretty
the
good.
Horde.
Immolation Trap. We get multi-shot at 18 though. We're gonna have to come back. Let me look at the straw poll again. The question was boon or no boon on Classic Fresh. And we are at 56 votes, 76% boon yes. Boon yes. Alright guys, I hope you know I have on my LinkedIn that I ran a singular sand for you on the Mancrit cluster on Era in 2023. Oh my gosh, running sands. Yeah, almost no one knows what that is, right? In the chat. That was some really cool emergent gameplay that happened on pretty much Era servers where, because people aren't queuing for BGs that much and people need to get honor and they need to run the brackets and keep it moving and people still want to rank out and get to 14 and stuff, you would get honor by going to Silithus and running these little sand things back and forth to the PvP stuff. And you would just do that for that was the rank 14 grind of Era. It probably still is if you're trying to get 14 on Era. That's what you have to do. You have to just mindlessly sit in Silithus and run sands back and forth for like 16 hours a day. Dude, why are you wearing a tube top? Yo, because it's nice out, man. It's sunny. It's good weather. I'm feeling nice and shredded, bro. Nice and low body fat. I'm feeling good, man. So I just want to enjoy life. Want to highlight the tattoos, man? I'm just going to keep it 100. Hi, Sand Lord and the Sand Marshal, yeah. Don't worry about me, no, you can't spam BG right now. No need for sands anymore. I see. Yeah, Grace is back on the tour, and I believe you guys are saying Alliance, though. Let me refresh. Let me see. Don't tell me I'm going to see him in Elven Forest. No, he's still on tour. He's on tour in Shaman. Gray's on Shaman. Enjoy it while it still fits. Back on the Classic Era trap. I know, dude. I'm actually pretty concerned about that. I want to make sure I'm not gonna like get washed again. But so far so good. Trying to stick to a schedule and like have balance in my life for once. So I'm gonna try to stream as much. Whenever I'm playing this character, I'm gonna try to stream it as much as possible. Because I don't have much time these days. I love how you're the opposite of a burned out WoW player at the moment. I appreciate that, bro. I mean, you know what? You know why that is though, in part? Because I took a long break from the game. I was pretty much away from content and everything for about a year. Oh, train staves. Yeah, I need to do that for Cauldron Stir. So like I'm coming back with energy. I'm coming back with a passion for vanilla, and I feel like I can go to bat for the game once again, you know. And with Kata coming out, and a lot of Classic players kind of in shambles with what they do, I'm sensing a lot of boredom and people are sort of just all over the place, right? I feel like this might be a good timing. I'm still playing Sod too. Like I want to see Karazhan. I want to be able to complete that with everybody and be able to have a take on Sod. I done the same to Dota. Yeah. Let me check in with you too. I just want to heal Warsong Gulch as an undead priest. Is there an alliance side of this going on? Yeah, there is, Mason. On this server, I think the guild is called Refresh. It's definitely much smaller for now. But that's kind of how it goes. You like fill up one faction first, then one faction starts to get almost too full. People start going to the other one.
What you want? Stay away from the
Go forth to victory.
Okay, Heart at the Crossroads. Delete all versions of WoW, and then next day release Classic Fresh servers. Look at this, we got our wolf bracers
Hail.
ahead of time. There's something so comforting in just playing a version of the game where it feels like you know everything. There's a comfort to it. It's just mastery, you know, as opposed to like discovering, where you can feel like a noob. Like we're just
Blood and
going through the
thunder.
motions. Game feels perfectly like home every step of the way. So good, man. So good.
Greetings.
So good. I do think if you guys try it too, it's gonna hit harder than you think because. Oh, look at this. We're gonna share the love. I'm gonna send these to Gray actually if he needs them. Wow, people hooking it up. Hacking cleaver of the monkey at 28, 3 IG3 stam 26. Insane. Rune cloth bags. I appreciate it, guys.
What now?
Alright, buy sharp arrows.
Speak, friend.
Even the little things in vanilla, like just getting an arrow upgrade on Hunter feels so massive. And that's what I'm talking about. The pacing. It just feels so good in vanilla. I bet you if you guys busted out a 1 to 10 right now, by the time you hit level 10, you'd be like fully addicted again.
Loktar.
You'd be fully drinking the Kool-Aid. Duranosaur said he's waiting for an official invite. He wants to know what's the plan. Is he streaming right now, Demaxis? Just go tell him, man, that it's like the Fellowship of the Ring, man. A lot of OG vanilla heads from all corners of the world, different servers. People are playing different things. They're crawling back, dude. Like they're seeing the bat signal up in the air. They're blowing the horn of Gondor, and you know it's not going to be some huge splash like Road to Rag or whatever, right? There's not really like a huge, at least in my mind, like huge objective or anything, but the closest thing to that is just wanting Classic Era fresh.
What's up?
And by getting a Classic Era server blossoming again,
Keep it real.
it will further that
Be
effort,
good.
right?
Have
And
a
not to
good
say that
one.
other Classic Era servers aren't blossoming, like Mancrick and Whitemane are still pretty populated, right? Anybody play there right now? But the thing is, those servers are different, right? Are people really leveling out in the open world that much? I don't really think so. There's not really fresh vibes. It's like tons of really geared characters. There was a guy I was talking to yesterday who does a GDKP on Whitemane. Guess how much gold they make after a GDKP? Like, what's the average payout? Guess. I was like, oh, do you get like 1-2K? Like, that's awesome. You can buy an epic mount after every raid. You can buy an epic mount. That's sick. He was like 1-2K.
Hurry back.
Yes. 25K.
Hey, how you doing?
25,000 gold after a little raid. You know what I'm saying? That's very different from this, dude. That's very different from this. Like this is like where it's like 5 golds here. There's nothing on the auction house here, you know? It's a different experience, you know? 25K base cut, tanks get like 40. Yeah. That's wild, dude. Oh shoot, we gotta get telescopic lens. We're good on arrows, right? Oh, we got our 2 Tiger's Eye. You know what that means, guys.
How may I help?
You know what that means. 2 Tiger's Eye hype. That means we're getting our goggles, baby. Oh, but we need to find light leather. I doubt there's light leather on the auction house. We need 6, so we need to open chests. We need to open chests. What the hell do you even do at 25K in Classic Ruined Economy? You know what you do? You just do GDKPs again. And it's fun. Type a 1 in the chat if you have enjoyed GDKPs in the past. Like if it's something that I don't know, man. Like on SOM, right? We had this one. It was called Crow's GDKP, and before that it was called something else. And everybody gets a job, and you know you're in really good gear, right? Like so you're considered a carry, so you get like a carry cut. Like I was a puller, right? Because I was a hunter. Like if I played my hunter, I also had my warrior as well. That was a carry. I could tank it. But everyone gets a job and a cut, and it gives you a reason to play, like even when you're fully stacked, right? And it's kind of fun. You get into it, like people, I don't know. It's a vibe. but it could also be bad for the game too, possibly. It's just fun if you're doing it. People are asking for the Discord link. Let me see. Right here. For the Deviate Delight Discord link. Here you go, guys. Deviate Delight Discord link. GDKPs are great till bots in poor countries start stealing gold. Yeah. I don't know. The people that are currently playing on Mankrik and Whitemane, though, they probably all love GDKPs. That's why they're still playing on it. It gives them a reason to play. They have their fully kitted out characters, and they still want to clear BWL, even with all that gear, because maybe maybe a sick weapon drops, and it goes for a lot, right? Like, they still probably want to run MC for bindings, you know. Even if you're fully geared out, like, you still want to, sell a Thunder Fury. So I think that's a different breed of vanilla WoW gamer. The guys who really like the high-end rating, they just want to live in that environment. They don't really like leveling. They're the other side of the coin, but they're still legit part of the community, you know? They're still vanilla WoW enjoyers. They just don't like leveling as much as us. Like, they hate it, actually. But for them, the game is about just raiding on as many characters as possible, doing GDKPs. How do you feel about Asmund saying that deleting all add-ons would make the game better? That's not as crazy as it once was of a statement, because I feel like they have improved the game UI a lot. You know what I mean? Like, the main thing is raid frames. Like, you can get pretty serviceable raid frames just without add-ons now. So I could kind of see where he was going with that. Duran said he'll reach out to you, but your Lord of the Rings reference wasn't accurate. It wasn't accurate? Yeah, they need to start integrating more into the base UI and phase out more add-ons. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know if it's a good idea, though, guys. You know why? Because, like, are they going to really put in, like, DPS meter, threat meter, everything, keep everything up to date, working? I don't know. It's kind of part of the sandbox a little bit, too. Like, the community can make their own add-ons and stuff. You can, like, through weak auras and stuff, you can add a lot of almost new content to the game and ways to play. And I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I just... well, the whole point is that there is no DPS meter. I don't know, bro. I honestly, I don't know what to make of it. Like, there's a huge anti-parsing sentiment, and I get it. You can take it too seriously and go too far, but I don't know, bro. Like, that's definitely, for better or for worse, that's a big reason of why you raid. You know, what keeps you motivated to keep going, just to try to do better, to chase after, to give it some sort of, like, competitive feeling. I don't know. I can't really articulate it that well, but I don't see a problem with parsing. I just think it's when you take it too far. And what does taking it too far mean? I guess when you're not... I don't know, bro. I don't really see a problem with it. Because you take it too far, does that mean you just don't let people with meme specs join the raid? I kind of get it, though. People don't want to waste time. They don't want to, like, fail and not be able to clear the content. Requester would say, with add-ons, the players add what they need instead of having to take what the devs think is best for them. Yeah. Just hearing WoW sounds in the background while working is making me feeling nostalgic. You know what it is, man? It's that bow noise. The bow noise is so good in vanilla. Healing parsing? Yeah. I mean, I think what it is a cultural thing where there's levels to this shit, right? At the very highest end of rating, you know they actually don't really care about parsing that much. At the very highest levels of rating, they care about speed runs, like as a guild. They don't really care about individual parsers that much, I swear. They almost think you're like Papiga if you're flexing too much individual parsers. Like hundreds don't mean that much to them. For them, it's all about like the speed run, like moving as the collective. But that's like a super niche. Did you know Joanna passed? Yeah, I did hear that, man. Rest in peace. People are still doing MC runs in era, but nobody doing even the previous raid in retail. Vanilla is way too easy for parsers to matter, but that's why the parsers do matter though, Alan, because it is so easy that you need something to... There needs to be something for you to have fun with, you know? And just clearing the content just to clear it each week with no sense of like competitiveness or anything like that, I think people might burn out even faster. What do you mean Joanna passed? Yeah, he died, man. He died. The guy who made that PDF add-on that we all bought with our mom's Visa card when we were like 14. The original guy who put together a speedrun route for vanilla. And he died, man. I think he always had like health conditions and stuff, but I hate to see it. It's like an arcade machine. Just fun to try and set a high score, yeah. Too much gatekeeping, yeah. I think the trick is you just gotta plan a server and just be like the best, you know, ambassador of the community you can. Like, try to, you know, be nice to people, and you know, just live by that golden rule. And hopefully, if enough people do that, like, it just everything will fall into place. Are those tattoos new? Yeah, they're pretty new. Probably within the last 6 months or so. I got a full sleeve on my left arm, goes all the way up, the armpit and stuff. And then the right arm, I left the shoulder blank. I got my daughter's birthday here on the chest, and it kind of wraps around onto my back. But it takes a while to get tattoos, so it's not something that you can just get in one session. It's months and months. Did they say they're dropping a classic fresh? They did not say that, but that's what we're pushing for, man. We're trying to make a little splash on the server, Deviate Delight, get some of the old guard together, just casually play vanilla, don't really need to sweat or anything, just play the game. And hopefully it can make an impact. Let me see what level Grace is. I might jump in this call with Grace. You guys want to hear from Winky and Grace for days? And I feel like it's a good stopping point. We talked about a whole lot rapid fire. Again, if you're here from Oppie stream, I appreciate it, guys. If you're new here, definitely consider following the stream. I would appreciate it. I'm a vanilla guy that's been around forever, but I took a long break. Had a year-long hiatus, stepped away from everything, and I'm just getting my feet back on the ground. So the follows, the subs, it's all very much appreciated. We're gonna jump in a call with them if they're still in there though.
Warlock.
We can still
Warrior,
talk,
not
guys.
much changes.
I have a push to talk on.
Hunter might be cracked though.
Hunter's always cracked. That
Yo,
shit's
yo, yo, yo.
annoying. I'm not putting more than one hunter on a team if I can avoid it.
Mage though would be really good for like the actual speedrun, because if you just pull the entire dungeon, and then if they have living bomb.
Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yo.
Oh, he's back.
Yo, how's the leveling going, Gray?
It's good, bro. I actually saw your ass in the crossroads.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, I was about to open trade and you took off.
Oh, sorry, man. Did anyone hook you up with any care package or anything? I have some 14s I can give you. Like,
Ooh, I'm still rocking the blessed small red pouch.
all right, where are you at right now?
I'm doing my fire totem quest.
Oh, so
Brother,
you're,
Cargos, you'd be proud.
Yeah.
I've got my cauldron stir. I'm doing my fire totem quest. I'm 10.5. I got like 100 copper ore.
Grace, you're telling me that like the like when you hit level 10 and you get your first talent point, that pacing isn't hitting? Like it isn't like it's.
Nah, it's there. It's there.
It's there, right?
I told everybody I'm not bought in yet. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid.
I see. Okay.
I'm keeping.
You might just be a cat Andy though, because I think it would have already hit. It would have already hit if it was meant to be. It should have already.
Nah, bro, I'm not a fucking cat Andy.
I think.
But
I think he's cooked, boys. I think he's
Why
cat
does that
Andy.
sound like an insult when you say cat Andy? Why does that sound bad?
I just miss like I'm like half memeing, right? But like I do kind of miss a little bit when the classic players were going to bat for classic and they're like fuck retail. Like I do that was kind of cool. Now it's all peaceful with retail and you have to love retail and I get it. But you know like there was a time like summer 2019.
I remember when the hardcore Andys were hating on non-hardcore players, calling them
Holy
multi-lifers and
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
That was a throwback.
But yo, this is lit, bro. I have a 350 on Twitch, a couple hundred on YouTube. You have like almost 300 on Twitch too.
Oh yeah,
bro. Now we see Winky
Playing
fire up the
vanilla.
stream.
Who knew?
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking vanilla wow.
I'll fire the stream up when we do the role-playing guild.
Now me and Wiki have just been going through everything. Now Cargos, I was trying to figure out how this playthrough is gonna be different. Cause like if it's the same thing, it's not gonna last. Does that make sense? Is this sound?
No, it doesn't make sense actually.
Like, if it's just the same playthrough, I come in, I do my 1 to 60. I mean, maybe I'm playing a different class. Maybe you finesse it a different way, but it's the same thing. You hit your DR, and then see you next fresh. You do it for a couple months, and you're out.
But the thing is, it's actually enjoyable to just play the game. It doesn't necessarily need to be new or different. It's just like, this is like the 20 millionth hunter I've leveled, right? Like it's actually fun to press my buttons, to be in the zones with the music, talking about life, talking about WoW, and like, you know, the little rallying cries that we can hope to get like a classic fresh, you know, playing this. But
I guess like my question is, does this last? Like this isn't just a fad, right? It's always been a fad. Always is a fad. It comes and it goes.
you don't want to speak too soon because like it's still early. Like people might stop playing this like in a week or two. You never know. Like you don't want to like say like this is the next big thing, this is the next rebirth of Mysterious or whatever. Like, but does it even matter though? Like I'm cool playing on low pop, bro. I'll literally just chill on a server and level by myself. I don't even care. But I don't know. I don't know if it has to be the next best thing since sliced bread. Just like, is it fun?
Right.
But maybe it's not fun. Maybe you're still DR'd from your last.
No. It's not a matter of it not being fun. It's just it's the cycle that you go through. Being a classic Andy. Like I play, I do the same thing. I had my fun, and then I go do something else. Or like that DR hit. You know what I mean?
The way, like I said before, I think it could be different for you is if you went Ellie this time and really give it a shot. Because I'm telling you right now that I'm not being like, I'm not gassing you up or anything. Like Ellie is one of the strongest things in this game, especially in PvP. It's just like absolutely disgusting. So, and you've never played that before.
Right. Yeah. No, Shaman's feeling good, dude. Shaman's feeling good. I'm gonna try and do some things different on this playthrough. I don't know if I can do. I don't know how crazy I can get. I think only time will tell. But it's been cool, bro, getting back in it.
Yeah.
I just haven't been away. You know what I mean? I don't have the luxury of like. I've been away from Classic Era for forever, and it feels so good to get back in. Like, I feel like I've been here for the last year. So.
But you haven't been here last year though, right? Because you played
I mean,
Sod,
I kind of.
right? Which was way faster.
I mean, yeah, but Sod is kind of vanilla. We played the shit out of hardcore. Hardcore launch was vanilla.
Yeah.
I've kind of been in the vanilla space for a long ass time. I feel like.
That's true. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair, honestly. Like for me, I'm coming back with a lot of energy because I haven't played it in a while. So.
Well, maybe that's why my perspective's different. Like, how do I get longevity out of this? How do I preserve this? Yeah, maybe it doesn't need to be preserved. Maybe you just.
Yeah, I mean.
Keep the pedal to the metal till you run out of gas or something.
Like, I don't know. Like maybe Kata actually is fun for you too. Like I don't. You shouldn't do anything that you don't want to play. But, yeah, just feel it out, bro. Just do it just do a stream or two. I mean, if it doesn't feel right, then it doesn't feel right. if it's boring, you know.
Right.
But if
yeah,
we get
no.
some dungeons together, we get some duo leveling, maybe just see some class synergies. We used to get excited about that stuff. Remember, like just finding class synergies. Remember we did like druid shaman, and we were like testing out duo leveling and seeing like how good it could be.
Yeah. No, I want it to be impactful, bro. I want it to matter. You know. I want it. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid yet, Kogos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's TBD.
Oh, I understand.
I want it to hit though. Winky, what are you doing? Winky's fucking. You're playing. You're kind of
I feel like I'm watching a real-time breakup.
10,
That's so funny.
And I got my dual wield, and I
Breakup
got my
vibes.
swords, and I logged out in the org. to
WoW
farm
Classic
some
should have
rest
kept
in.
it vanilla TBC Wrath, and that's it. Own little bubble few servers for
But the
each.
goal is to just
100%.
play the rogue, get to 60, get some pre-biz.
100%.
Have
Old
fun.
world.
Check
Makes
out
sense.
the phases, because it is phased. I'm interested in that.
Yo, have you looked into the project aspect of it, Corvos?
Like the phases and what and all that.
Yeah, like what this community is right now and what it's doing. Like, are you in the Discord? Have you looked at anything?
I'm in the Discord and I looked at it a little bit. I'm not totally like excited about the phases. I just want to play vanilla, bro. It's just where my head is at. I'm like a simple man. Like there are some, I guess, restrictions and stuff. Like they don't want people using PvP gear in dungeons or something. I didn't quite understand it, but I'm just trying to play some vanilla, man, and get back into this environment and feel things with the vanilla pacing and original class balance and stuff. Because Sod's got certain people feeling kind of wonky, dude. Like Ompi was on his like Doomer arc this morning talking about Sod and how it's like
You gotta realize though, with the people that are dooming on SOD right now, it's mostly the people that have played obscene amounts of hours of SOD.
that's true. Yeah, he said he has like 20 characters or something.
Yeah. I mean, Shobek leveled like 36 rogues last phase.
Whoa, that's insane. Yeah,
Um,
that's insane.
and it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna burn out. It's a 5-month-old server, et cetera, et cetera. Like you're gonna burn out on it if your full-time job is to play it, no matter what you're doing.
I think, but Bobka's been feeling it too, man. Yeah, everybody's been feeling the heat. That's like on SOD for a while.
Yeah,
Everybody's looking for. Bobka keeps saying front 2 instead of frontier.
That's fine.
Everybody wants something to play for.
Yeah, but I mean, when the Karazhan comes out in level 60, I think it'll bring people back. I mean, does it feel weird to you, Grays, like not being level 60 in vanilla, and having to like play endgame not being 60? Is that
No,
weird
it's
to you out at all, or
odd.
no?
Yeah, it's odd for everybody.
Right?
It's weird that the server's 5 months old and it. I mean, a lot of people say the game doesn't start till 60, and it's kind of true. I know we used to always say that.
Yeah.
Like, the game, you're playing the game right now, and like that should
It's
be
like,
the fun.
it's like
but-
we're so close to 60, we're 50. You know, I think people are kind of itching to get phase 4 going, right? So they can just finally get 60, like relieve that like that neurosis of like, it's almost like you know, you're cleaning a carpet or something, and you vacuum 90% of it, and 10% still looks dirty, and you just have to like sit there at 10% of your carpet dirty. Like people are trying to like scratch that itch, dude. Like, finish it.
They're also phase 2 and phase 3 haven't brought a terrible amount of content. I mean, they did some cool quest chains. We have new rooms. We got 1 level up raid each phase, but it's also the power creep. They're like the upgrades in ST they're not that great, and the raid's kind of difficult, bro. You can't just plug that shit, and it's difficult enough that it's annoying, and there's not great upgrades that like guilds are falling apart and stuff. People are having trouble with rosters. They went 10 man to 20 man. Like there's been a lot of like maybe letdowns that phase 2 and phase 3 brought, and people are just kind of exhausted from it, I think. So it's crazy to think that we might get to phase 4 and people are just DR'd on it, or like giving up on it, which would be really sad. But, yeah, weirdly, I don't know. Maybe that would be something to ask chat. But I remember in phase 1, it was like, yo, are you guys hyped about phase 4? Like, they did so good. Whatever's in the last phase is gonna be dope. And now I feel like we've turned a leaf where it's like, yo, I don't even think I'm not gonna play SOD phase 4.
No way, dude. With Kara, people are really gonna not play vanilla.
I think some people are like, SOD's not doing it for me. Like this whole SOD thing, just it's not scratching the itch. It's not for me. I think a lot of people have made that decision already. which is weird. I don't think that was.
But what are they gonna play instead, though? Is what I'm saying. Are they gonna play Kata, dude?
I mean,
Probably, right?
Yeah, or walk out, dude. I think that's a lot of motivation why people are playing Kata. Like, there's nothing else to do. It's whenever you put it that way, bro, it's not that bad. There's nothing else going on, you know. I mean, this era thing's pretty cool, but this is brand new, you know. A bunch of people are always telling me, dude, the way you look at me with playing Cataclysm right now is me hearing people playing hardcore right now. Like, people all in, like, dude, I fucking love hardcore, and I'm like, fuck.
Hardcore is a different beast, though, man. Like, the one life component of it, like, there's only so many times you can do that. Like, I mean, it's literally just like, exhausting, right? Like,
yeah. No, they just haven't played through it. They don't have DR on it, I guess.
Yeah. I would never go back to Era. Nothing to do in SOD. Oi.
It's actually a good question. Cargos, have you ever done any raids in hardcore?
Yeah, I did a ZG.
I don't even remember during Road to Zag you didn't do molten core.
Yeah, I haven't done a before. I've just done a ZG in hardcore.
Bro, that would be something I think you should do just for the sake of doing at some point. Not like anytime soon, but like get a character to 60 on hardcore and just try to do all the raids at least once. They are terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can suggest that, bro.
It's so mind-bendingly scary the first couple times you walk into a raid.
Yeah, there's a guy in chat the other day he's still raiding on Device Builder, and he was saying like maybe I can get you into the Nax. It'd be crazy.
That would be nuts.
Bro, there's layers to it too, though. Like, some guy was flexing, he showed me, he had like all of his achievements in hardcore. He was like, yeah, dude, like I got all the raid tiers cleared. And I was like, dude, how many people fucking died in order for you to get the achievement of all the raids cleared?
What's your take on hardcore endgame though, Grace? Like, is it enjoyable for you, or is it better as just a leveling experience?
I like both, man. Yeah, the stakes are insane. It's
If there was a hardcore fresh, would you go again and actually go one life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So you're fried on hardcore, but not that fried.
I'm fried on hardcore. Yeah,
back.
it takes a fresh. Whatever fresh comes out,
I
would play it all the way through. Why did we make it all the way to Nax on this last hardcore? Did they release hardcore with all the content available?
Yeah,
Is that
everything.
what it was?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I'm fried. Yes, fuck yeah, dude. That was sick. Like, I played all the way through. I had 2 tragic deaths, but yeah, I would play all the way through. I just don't like the idea of progging, and it is very stressful, and like the hardcore raid scene. It's annoying to me that one person's fuck up will take all your progress away.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a gimmick, but there's people that enjoy it and prog it. It's just it's not any different than regular raiding and progging. I don't really like sticking around for months on end forming raids.
The one thing I hated about hardcore raiding was we would leave to refresh world buffs in the middle of the raid half the time. So it would just be like, it just makes world buffs even more tedious when you're doing hardcore. I never did Nax though. I would like to do Nax at some point.
I did the first couple losses in Nax and trash farming Nax, but I got fucking assassinated by LMGDB
that's funny, man.
LMGD, dude. I almost got his name reserved too.
But I don't know, man. Like this little push we have on Deviate Delight, it reminds me of the hardcore community in a lot of ways, bro. Like just how it started. Like it's just natural from your chat, my chat, other people's chat, just like spreading to other streamers, more and more people playing. That whole process of getting people kind of amped up and feeling like they're part of a community and stuff is pretty fun. Like even just that alone is kind of like you're looking for something to do, some kind of goal, as you said.
Oh, it's super infectious. Yeah, it feels good. Is everybody in chat hyped up? Like, what's been your take? Because like you're full in on the Kool-Aid last 3 days. Is everybody just picking up their sword and shield and logging in, creating characters? You inviting people to the guild like every 2 seconds?
Yeah, I think there are some people that are like hyped up a bit. Like, not so much because this is all exciting new molten hot fire content, but they're just looking for a place that makes sense for them in a WoW environment. Like, you were playing Mop earlier, right? That shit just like didn't make sense. And like,
Yeah.
even with Kata coming out, it's kind of overwhelming. Not everybody likes to discover stuff and hit a bunch of new content. Like, sometimes it's sick to just execute, right? And to feel totally at home with what you're playing and be around like gamers who have kind of like a similar taste, like a similar palette for the games. And like that old school 2019 summer vibe and the private server vibe is completely missing and underserved in the classic community right now. It's almost been completely lost, and there's a few of us still kind of left, so it would be kind of cool to like resuscitate it. Just remember where we came from. Remember the WoW servers, Reddit. Remember all the different private servers along the way that got us here. And still going to bat for vanilla and not being so quick to like think it's worse than Sod or Kata or whatever. Oh. That's why I love Classic. You know how the game works and enjoy it for what you know it is. Yeah, but the server's Deviate Delight, guys, for everyone watching if you want to come through and play. Roll a character. Pretty sure anybody can invite in the guild. RP PvP on NA. What level are you now, Gray?
Just hit 11. I'm about to have Fire Totem, Cauldron Stir, and then I'm gonna go farm copper ore in the Ventricle Mine. Bro, have you ever gone through the Ventricle Mine start to finish in Mulgore?
Yeah, I think we did it together one time. And how massive it is.
Yeah.
Did they do anything with it in Sod? I feel like that's one of those places that they should have fleshed out because it was such a huge area.
Well, phase 1, they put a bunch of discovery runes, and they have a guy at the top that you res with like one other person, and it gives a rune.
Oh, nice.
So that's what they did. Yeah, they hit it in the back of the, like once you get in the outside area.
That's one of my favorite things about Sod so far, man. Like, you know that little encampment in Duskwood where it looks, or not Duskwood, it's almost in Deadwind Pass. There's a little campsite, and it looks like there should be something there, but there was never anything there in vanilla. There's a ton of places like that in the world. And in Sod, they were able to do something with those places. They filled it with rune stuff.
Oh my god. You'll never believe who just whispered me.
Who's that?
The General.
The General? Obby?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Do you
Bro,
have invite rooms? I didn't have it.
Oh, did he? So he actually made a guy?
He just joined. He just joined guild.
Oh, shit. He got his name, too? Bro, we all got our name. You got your name. When's the last time that's happened, dude? I haven't had my name on a private server, or I haven't had my name on a server legit, like, in, like, 2 years.
Oh, I got, like,
It's always like Cargo's TTTV, you know, with like 4 umlauts and a fucking Enye in there. Like, it's like, it's always some crazy name. And you got yours too? Oh,
yeah.
Azimus got his too, bro. Azimus hit me up. He's playing. He actually, pretty sure made an NA account just to play.
No way.
Let's go, Azimus.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Bro, just imagine walking around a world that makes sense to you, bro. You can just run some dungeons. Like, no one runs dungeons in Sods, right? Not like the leveling dungeons, right? It doesn't need to be like... We don't need to be like world first doing some crazy shit. Like, just... I'm pretty sure people just want to see...
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
You know, they don't need to see anything revolutionary, right? Chat, you don't need to see anything revolutionary, right? You just want to understand what you're seeing. That's probably most important. Feel connected about what you're seeing. What level are you, Winky? Did you start one guy?
Yeah, I'm 10. I hit 10 on my rogue and logged out.
Huge. That's pretty juicy.
Yeah, we're chilling. Big vibing.
Oh my god, Cargos, you're gonna make me fucking wake up early in the morning to play this fucking game.
My theory is if it hasn't hit you yet, it's gonna hit you like overnight or something. Like you're gonna wake up with that energy to play again. It's gonna be like muscle memory. You wake up and you have something very clear to do, right? Your character needs leveling, dog, and the leveling feels the most real on Era. Does that make sense? On 1X, it feels the most like you earned it. Like it's You know,
what happened? What happened to this Cargos that love the XP leveling, bro?
I like
what
that
about
too.
the feel good leveling?
I like a 7X or 2. We can do like that TBC 7X and blast through it. That's a vibe too. It's not like mutual, like you have to just have one or the other, but it does feel the most real on just 1X vanilla. Like when you get to 50 really fast on Sod, does it feel real to you guys? Does that feel like a real character?
No, but it's
I don't
good
know.
for SOD because it's a seasonal server. So if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
like try everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. SOD needs to be that way. It's actually un-alt friendly, to be honest. With the rune discoveries.
Yeah, people are just like, I just want to watch you level with the boys. That's it.
Simple, man.
Yeah. A lot of times when I tune into a stream, I just don't understand like what's happening, right? It's just the streamer's not really like talking to the chat that much, and you're not really connected at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's man. I just try to imagine a world where all this stuff doesn't happen, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like right now your classic era, like classic era, is even better because all these other versions of the game exist. Classic era even better because it feels starved. Like
Yeah,
there's a world
right.
where it's
You're probably right. That's what I'm saying. So maybe this is maybe without Kata being out, this would feel.
Yeah, it'd be like there's
less
nothing. Yeah,
compelled to play it, right?
100%. That's
You're probably right.
I think so. Feels kind of good. I feel like I'm part of the club. The speakeasy. Oh shit. Cargo's fired up a vanilla stream. We're going back to vanilla. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, it's just good to have a lot of the boys back together. Yo, Jules with 10 tier 1 subs out of left field.
Yeah.
That's
No. Yeah. The only
insane.
thing I was getting at, bro, I just want this to last. I want it to
Jules.
last.
Jules, thank you so much. That's a huge gesture of support. I saw you dropping
I
subs
hope
like crazy
we-
and
I
great
hope we
stream
gain.
too. I appreciate
For a
it.
long time. We'll see though.
I appreciate it very much. That's massive. You playing here, Jules? What's your plan, brother? Or are you just living vicariously through the voice? Thanks again, man. But it doesn't have to last as well. Like, we just enjoy it. Like, I guess playing WoW with no expectations is kind of a vibe.
No, that's true.
Even if people move on in a month or whatever, and that's it, and that's it.
That's true. I think I'm skewed, man. Being here 24/7.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand your position though, because you've been playing nonstop this whole time. You didn't take a break, you know. So you played hardcore like crazy, leveled so much, and hardcore was 1X, right? They didn't do anything with the XP.
Yeah, it was
So,
1X.
Yeah,
And stressful as fuck. No.
but this should not be stressful, because can't die or get griefed or anything. I mean, you can die, yeah. Oh, Primo Viva with the Prime as well. Thank you, Primo. I appreciate it. Welcome to the community, man. Welcome to the community. Shiny blessing us with 10 subs. And the Prime from Primo Vivo. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Hype Train? Yeah. Oh, we got another one. Slipknot 900 with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you very much, guys. Good to be back with you. Good to be back. Just enjoying the simple things. Stolen silver in the Barrens with the Nicheyaki pet. Orc Hunter. Just plinking down some raptors. Just plinking down some raptors and taking it easy. Much deserved. Used to watch you a lot. We have talked before. I appreciate it. Another one too. Jossa with the Prime. Everyone's using their Primes today. Thanks very much, guys. It's good to be back with y'all. Good to be back with y'all. We've been playing this game for way too long. Well, Grace, let me ask you, bro. You always had like a unique palette for things, and I feel like you have enough stripes on your shoulder in a vanilla environment now to have a really good take on this. What's your perfect dream, like, classic era fresh, where it feels real to you?
Perfect classic era fresh?
Yeah.
Okay. Selfishly, I want to make it to the end. I don't want to raid log. I'm not really on dad time. I don't know how many people that are on dad time are down to raid log for a year straight to make it to Nax. It's all just timeline for me.
Yeah.
I want the content to be sped up. But I mean, people have different opinions on that. That would be my biggest one.
So what's the timeline for you though? Not even faster than 1 year for you?
Yeah. Like I like 9 months on, 3 months off.
A 9-month timeline. Damn, okay.
That even 9 months is fucking long, bro. That's hard for me to commit to. 9 months? I don't know.
What about the... Do you want the factions to be balanced?
Yeah, no, faction balance was good. You know, it's crazy. A lot less people are gonna roll PvP. Dude, as soon as they were able to transfer off Crusader Strike, bro, because the factions are balanced, people were like, yeah, fuck PvP servers. And the mad people transferred off.
That's weird though. Why?
Well, I remember like classic era PvP happened, and then phase 2, and all the PvP servers at the 3-month mark.
Bro, I'm just wondering.
They became one-sided.
That's the kind of it wasn't. It wasn't one-sided. It was balanced. Why are you dying to get off a PvP server if it's actually
because it was a pain in
the
the dick, bro. Because you're PvPing every 2 seconds, and I can't get anything done in the open world. And it's just people having FOMO that rolled on PvP servers because everybody else rolled on PvP. That's what you're supposed to do. But like in classic era, the servers just became lopsided, and people maintained being on PvP servers, and there wasn't really PvP. So it's almost like I think a lot of people that like PvP like that. Like,
and I guess maybe it was because the PvP wasn't that fun itself, too. You're saying everyone was getting one-shotted and stuff.
Yeah, the PvP was dog. So yeah, actually, that's so right. Faction balance would be better on Era.
Yeah. So if it was era fresh and it was balanced PvP server and you had a long pre-bis phase.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I was smoking people cargoes. Like, as Boomy, I was smoking a fucking Boca, and he couldn't do anything about it. That's what's so bad about the PvP. Like, you got motherfuckers like me that don't know how to PvP, and they're just rolling people.
That's
and it felt really bad.
Sada's getting grouped on all PvP servers. PvP servers are cancer.
Yeah, it got painful to do anything. Yeah.
They can be fun, man. They can be fun. A lot of casuals are on one server who rarely even log on. Another faction has all the toxic sweaties who get enjoyment in making people quit the game. Yeah. We're on Deviate Delight infused. scrap all the fucking classic BS at the moment and give us a classic fresh. We need to relive that pre-COVID 2019 launch again. We are ready. Yeah. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time. If you guys are gonna play a vanilla fresh though, knowing what you know about yourself and knowing you factor in your experience from 2019, what are you guys gonna choose at this point in time? PvP or PvE? Yo, Grays, I'm asking my chat if what server they would play on if there was a fresh this year, PvP or PvE. I'm curious. I'm like, if and the PvP server was done well though, I guess. So like, let's say there is faction balance. Let's say there is honor out of the gate. You know, so you're talking about Stone Talon battles, like early skirmishes with Alliance. You're talking like STV, Bloodbath, right? Like all that stuff on early fresh. Or are you gonna go PvE because it's just not worth the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Knowing you guys, I'd have to go PvP. I mean, regardless of like if I want to go PvP or not, you have to go PvP. Have to.
Yeah.
I have to play with anybody. I have to be on the PvP server, but
it is fun, bro. Like the first couple weeks of a fresh PvP server is super fun. Like even that TBC one that we played, remember? Like remember
Yeah.
we were racing through, but we got to STV and there are other groups that were all leveling together and we were like fighting them.
yeah. Yeah, that shit was badass.
Because the thing you have to realize, guys, is there would potentially be Chrono Boon this time, so it would kind of make it a little bit less toxic, right? So the world PvP, you wouldn't have to worry about losing your buffs.
That's what everybody said here. Yeah, as long as
More
Chrono Boon's in,
skirmishes. Yeah.
PvP's good.
Yeah, and if they use the SOD technology to enforce the factions, people will get mad, but then they would get over it and get used to it, and you'd have 50-50.
Man, I mean, bro, in the incursions, there were Horde layers and Alliance layers, and that is a problem. Like, you have a balanced server, but now people are layer hopping to the Alliance layer or the Horde layer, so it's not completely perfect there. That's a whole nother issue, though. Yeah, it has to be no layers. I mean, shit.
I asked the chat yesterday if they wanted layers. It was a resounding no layers.
Layers is kind of cringe, bro. TBH.
Yeah.
Add queues.
Just dynamics, right? Queues and dynamics. Make it
Dynamics
feel
is fucking
giga-populated.
sexy, dude. I'm cool with dynamics. I think everybody would be down with dynamics.
It's part of that like D-Day insane hype of launch day when you're seeing so many people around you and mobs hyper respawning. You know,
Dude,
does a launch feel worse when it's like there's tons of people playing but you don't see them and you're on your own layer, right? And you're able to kill and just level normally.
That's awful. Those private server launches were insane, bro.
And that's part of the skill set of like navigating through fresh, right? When it's absolute chaos and you have to find a way through, right? Like you have to find a way to get away from the pack, right? Navik would tell me these tips and he'd be like, dude, what you need to do is you just need to start walking in a direction and never backtrack. Just always keep walking forward in that direction, and the further you walk, the further you'll get away from people. And like just implementing like little strategies like that, you know?
Right.
Starting zone, like the strats were to get 5 people and just walk away from the starting zone together and kill like level 6 mobs and 5 mobs outside of the starting zone together.
Hell yeah, it's great, dude. Okay, what about the other half of the people? Because there's a shitload of people that hate that. There's a lot of people that are like, bro, I don't play the first couple days.
Yeah,
It's kind of hell for people with no layers, no? What does level 60 content look like with no layers? Way better with PvP, yeah? Or would it be hell on earth if it's like, dude? I don't know. Oh, I haven't seen it from Blizzard before.
All I know is with layers, it feels a bit scuffed. Like the world doesn't feel as cohesive, right? Because people could be manipulating layers to get like crazy Lotus and stuff. You never know. I don't know what these people do. But whenever I think layers, I think of, you know, potential exploits and like the world feels a little bit jankier, right? Because remember even during 2019 Summer Classic, they were layer hopping and they were able to get extra loot from bosses and dungeons. And some people got banned like that. They would switch layers and they would go in and they would kill the boss over again. Obviously that's just been fixed.
That lasted like 48 hours. But no, you're right. It was
I bet you people manipulated layers to find like tons of Lotus and stuff, right? You switch layer and then you like eagle eye around and try to find some shit.
I heard of Onslaught, just 1 or 2 guys having hundreds of Lotus. For sure. Yeah, Umpy said we abused the shit out of it. Remember on Hardcore we killed Elzerghost 8 times per spawn? Yeah, we did. We did, Corvus. In Frontier, we... they finally, like, ID locked the boss loot. But we hopped 8 layers, and then one of the warriors died, and everybody in chat was like, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah, everyone in the chat's like, Umpy did that, Lamau.
yeah, and then we just had, like, people get into 5-mans and get the tag, and then we would kill it as a raid. So we always abuse, layers get fucking abused no matter what.
So no layers, tons of dynamics, make the world feel crazy saturated, and let it just balance out. How do you feel about the no GDKP or GDKP 2 grand?
Man.
Or mage boosting?
I mean, you're never gonna ban mage boosting. I said they were never gonna ban GDKP, and they did.
I know, right? But they also did fix mage boosting. You have to understand, like, if people say, oh, there's no way they can fix mage boosting, they did for Psalm. Psalm,
and
there was literally 0 mage boosting in Psalm.
And,
it not
nobody
exist.
liked it.
Is that true, though? No, I don't know if that's true. You think nobody liked it? I thought it was pretty sick that there was no boosting, but I mean, I actually like Psalm a lot. I liked leveling in Psalm with a little extra XP bonus. It was like 30% or whatever.
The thing is, there's always boosting though, isn't there? Like, no
not
matter what.
Not in Psalm. There was 0 boosting in Psalm. Literally nothing. You could not boost in Psalm. They fixed it. So that's what I'm saying. That is within the wheelhouse if you wanted to do that for Classic. Like, my question to you guys is, in 2019, there was tons of mage boosting, and that was one of the other main criticisms of Classic. They were like, the mage boosting is taking the wind out of my sails. It doesn't feel real. Everyone's just boosting up, AFK, blah, blah, blah.
The alternative is you have less people that are playing because they're not getting max level characters. I'm just saying, there's
That's okay. There's
less
not
people
as,
on the server.
not as
I
many
mean,
people
you
get
say
max,
that's okay,
and it feels
but
more real.
Same thing. I think the same argument goes with GDKPs.
Okay, let me paint the scenario though. So on SOD right now, what does the looking for group chat look like on SOD? What do you see constantly being spammed? It's not even just boosting, dude. It's literally like summon networks to every corner of the earth and boosting services like crazy. I feel like when they're both there and they're so prevalent and just always there at your fingertips, the combined effect is kind of bad, no? You're just getting teleported around the world like crazy for just a couple gold. World feels super small, and at any given time, you can just like say inv. Someone invites you to a boosting group, you get summoned to the dungeon.
That shit, bro.
You get summoned to the dungeon, and then you just literally AFK there and absorb. You like it?
So people actually don't advertise boosting because people mass report, and there's no Blizzard system. Like, people are literally getting banned for advertising and so you kind of don't see it, but also, bro, the summoning networks are dope as fuck, Corpus. They'll knock it till you try it. Everybody loves this.
No, I use them, bro. I use them, but okay.
Yeah, in my perfect world, would I
use them too, bro. But I'm telling you, they make the world feel minuscule.
No, they do.
I actually, now that I'm thinking about it more, it's one of those perfect examples of it's super convenient and I like it, but it's also bad for the game, clearly. Like, the fact that you can get summoned to SM as Alliance, you know? And not have to do that walk ever even one time, like, I don't know.
No, it's true.
I don't know, man.
It's true. No, it's tough. I don't know what I would say about
for a
GDKP
seasonal
either.
server. It's kind of chill because a seasonal server we're just testing stuff out. You know, it's short and all
100%.
that. But
Yeah,
for your dream era server, your dream era fresh, the place you're gonna call home and you're gonna play for potentially like a year and a half or something like that. Do you want summoning network? I don't know. It's just something to consider, you know. And the mage boosting. Some people are gonna say yes. Like, I can tell you, the people who love vanilla WoW for the rating and they love GDKPs and they get big pots of gold, and they just want to. To them, the game doesn't start until you're 60. They like the boosting, and they like the summoning networks. They're cool with it. That's probably maybe the majority
it's tough,
too. Like,
bro.
we're the leveling Andes, right? Like, we're kind of the minority there.
It's tough, dog, because I wish I could. the pug culture, bro. Honestly, the guild culture. I'm not even having that much fun in my guild raids, bro. Inside, like the GDKP raiding experience. Say what you want. I can't. Pugs are fucking miserable, and my guild runs, they were kind of miserable too.
Yeah.
And GDKPs, people come prepared. It's a great raiding experience. You get paid for it. People actually pump. People are fully buffed. People don't wipe. Like, I mean,
It's tough. It's tough. I feel you too. And the thing is too, a lot of people just can't commit to consistently raiding week after week and getting a raid slot and all that. Like the GDKPs offer them a solution to kind of like a la carte, get to experience the content. Maybe you're a PvP or you just want one thing from a raid. You know, you can go in and snag that thing, like, and yeah. I think I would rather ban mage boosting than GDKP.
yes. Same.
Is that a hot take, bro?
Nope. No, I would, because it feels bad to not have a mage on a fresh server. Like, the mages are so far ahead, even not boosting, one pulling Maraudon is insane. And it doesn't start at Maraudon. I don't know what mages have access to for dungeon farming on a fresh. I can't remember. But, like, it feels so fucking bad. I guess just selling boosts. It feels so bad not having a mage to keep up with everybody else. You start at ZF. Oh, okay. So it's just raw ZF gold farm. Okay. Other than ZF, what else can mage farm?
Mage can farm everything.
They get 30 gold per hour starting at 43.
I wouldn't even mind about the gold per hour. Like, with just the boosting. Like, make it so you don't get XP if you're in the dungeon with them. I actually think banning mage boosting, the more and more I think about it, is one of the top things for me on a Classic Era Fresh rerun.
Well, and it does. And
I want every level 60 character to have a little bit of trial and tribulation for them to get there. You can't.
I remember there was a time in Classic, whenever we were doing hardcore and stuff, there were no groups going on. It was all just SM mage boost. There's literally nobody leveling in the world because everybody's just getting boosted. So it is a problem.
I mean, that's one of the big boner killers for me with SOD right now, bro. It's not that big of a deal because, like, I don't give a fuck really that much, so, like, I'm not trying hard, so it's fine. But people are just spamming incursions and boosting the whole way up to 50. And, like, you can go to, into SM or Uldaman or whatever and see people with straight up, like, starting zones gear, just, like, whites on, and they're, like, level 39 getting boosted, right? And it's like,
yeah, I feel that.
Like, I'll participate in it. If it's allowed, I'll do it too. Sure, why not? Like, I don't want to grief myself, but it would be better if it wasn't like that.
What about Cargus, what about 6 months in on a seasonal classic server and you had LFD?
Oh, bro, don't even. No, you just said that to fuck with me. You just said that. That's just some kind of sick joke, dude. Like, don't even say that, dude.
LFD was kind of lit, bro. That shit should have been in Wrath, dog.
It's actually not needed in vanilla, though. That's the crazy thing. Does vanilla, like, there's not even an argument for it. Like, vanilla is fine. You can find groups in vanilla easily.
I would say like a year in, maybe. If it was a seasonal server, like in the last phase, yeah, you could throw it in.
Nah.
Throw it in. Last season, last month. Nah, I agree. It's kind of weird. Fuck that. That's like a whole nother game system. You know what I mean? You don't want to put that shit in.
No dual spec. But okay, this is the lightest change. Actually, fuck it. Maybe it's a bad idea.
Say
but
it.
You could make the talent respecs basically go down in gold cost faster.
Oh,
or make it cheaper.
Fuck yeah. No, it needs to be, bro. It's so cringe, bro. Gold sinks are so fucking cringe. Yes, gold sinks
make a lot
only...
of gold in vanilla too.
Nah,
though,
bro.
like,
Gold sinks only punish people who don't buy gold. It's so fucking stupid. Yes. I don't want to respec for 50 gold. Fuck yeah, dude. Yes, please. If you're not gonna put dual spec in, just
even
give
50
me...
though, you can afford 50 though.
Dude, hell no.
No,
you can't, bro. No, fuck no. Dude, your best gold farm per hour on a regular tune is like 50 gold per hour, isn't it? Dude, once you get rolling, you're not respecking 100 gold. You're not playing 2 hours so you can respec.
That would be another one where that would be good to do a straw poll with the community though, right? Like, so I did a poll, Gray, for Chrono Boon or no Chrono Boon. There was a lot of votes. Guess who won, and what the percentage was.
Chrono Boon.
Yeah, guess how much percentage?
80%.
Yeah.
Oh,
80%.
nice.
80% wanted Chronoboon.
Yeah, Chronoboon's good.
Yeah.
That's actually like the most not classic thing that people love.
So what if it was just those two things, Chronoboon and then slightly cheaper respec costs?
I feel like Chronoboon's not even an option, bro. That shit's in no matter what. Like,
It's hardly in the game files.
yeah. Like I feel like we've already crossed that
True.
bridge.
True. They're not gonna delete it out of the game files now that it's in, right? Like, make it custom.
Okay. What if it was LFG looking for group panel and it put your group together, but you had to travel to the dungeon? I think I would get that. I'm not even lying. I would do that because it's cringe to pull up a looking for group bulletin board in order to find my group. I would make an auto.
Wait, say it one more time.
Like instead of looking for dungeon, you queue up for certain dungeons and it puts you together in a party.
Isn't that LFD, dude?
No, it's not LFD, bro. It's puts you together as a
Oh, it
five
doesn't
man, and you just
teleport
gotta
you.
go.
So
No,
it's not
no.
teleporting you, but
It
it's
literally just
basically
puts the party together.
Yeah, I mean that's LFD without teleporting you.
Give me Chronoboon, give me dual spec, give me LFD.
No,
They're
Winky,
perfect
you're
classic.
banned, dude. No dual spec. Dual spec and vanilla, you're not a true vanilla WoW enjoyer.
Dual spec in vanilla, it just makes me actually want to play the game more. So
No, it doesn't, dude.
It is. It's
You're
the same as
capping
Chronoboon.
so
Yeah.
I
hard.
would get my
I can
buff
tell
and
when
I would
Winky's
log
trolling.
out.
No, I
I'm
can tell
serious.
Winky's
I
trolling.
would log out.
You on God want dual spec in actual
Yes.
canon vanilla World
Yeah.
of Warcraft?
Yes.
Nah, you're capping me, dude.
No, it's
not
okay. It's the same as Chronoboon. You get your world buffs, you log out, right? You don't get to play till you raid. It's the same as dual spec. You know how much PvP I would do if I could just flip to my PvP spec?
Nah, you're trolling. You're trolling.
No. Or it should
I'll
be
meet
one
you a
gold
little
respec.
bit with like a cheaper respec. That's it, dude. Dual spec.
And it should be capped at
Like
one gold.
running to the dude to respec because your buddy wants to queue 5 AVs is the dumbest shit on the planet Earth.
No,
Just give
it-
me dual spec.
No.
Make it
Okay.
cost 1,000
Winky band.
gold.
Winky band.
I'll
Banned
buy
from.
it.
No way, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that.
Dual spec and vanilla makes me want to throw up, dude. Type, please help me out, chat. Like reinforce
Nah,
me, please.
bro,
Type
you
of one
cooked.
if it's if dual spec and vanilla WoW makes you want to throw up. Type of one, please.
Cooked.
Please help.
Dual
help.
spec is
Send
legitimately
help.
only an improvement, Cargos.
No, it's not, dude.
I think you're cooked on that
There
one.
is not a single thing
No.
that detracts from the
Okay.
game by giving people dual spec.
I swear, like, why do you not like these changes? Do you hate these changes because it bleeds
Bro,
into
you guys are fucking
it bleeds
trolling me.
into
There's
like
so many
retail
twos.
changes?
There's a lot of people who agree with you. This is
Yeah,
actually
dual spec's
upsetting me.
great, bro.
Nah,
And
it's
respecking for 50 gold is fucking cringe, dog.
I can.
As
Okay, I can understand a cheaper respec cost. I can get it a little bit, but there should be some pain and annoyingness if you want to respec. Like,
Nope.
it is because that's kind of how it is in vanilla. Like, you're known as a spec. You can't just swap specs all the time, and then you're just known as a class instead of a spec. Like, you have a little bit of identity associated with what spec you go.
Yeah, but don't you
And-
want more people doing battlegrounds and more people playing
That's part of the
game,
fun of vanilla,
like,
though,
during the
bro.
week?
That's part of the fun of vanilla, where sometimes you're not running the optimal spec because you don't have dual spec, so you're caught out in the world as SM Ruin. That's part of what balances the game as well. Remember when I was saying earlier that vanilla WoW is a balanced game?
No,
And-
bro,
and
that's
I was
such a
telling people,
cooked mentality,
It's not.
dude.
It's not a
I
cook
don't
mentality.
know,
Let me
man.
explain.
Okay,
I
I'm
was saying
cooking-
that
I'm
vanilla
cooking
WoW
on
is a
this.
balanced game, and I was talking about the totality of the experience, right? Part of the totality of the experience is what is your day-to-day quality of life like as that class? Like, is your rating spec serviceable in PvP, or is it dog shit in PvP? You know, Warlock, yeah, you're a pound for pound heavyweight champ if you're like, you know, SL, but when are you SL? For when you're queuing a few BGs and you're still not really in a pre-made, like, you're going to be SM Ruin most of the time, you know what I mean? And that's okay, but you're still going to get cooked by a rogue if you're SM Ruin. Like, that's a consideration, right? Or if you're a warrior and you're Fury dual wield out in the world as opposed, you know, to being arms. Or if you're rogue is the worst, bro. That helps balance as rogue. If you're combat rogue out in the world, instead of being full on sub, you're way weaker, you know? So you're taking that part of vanilla away. Where, you know, if somebody's PvP spec, it's like they're trying extra hard out in the open world, you know? I don't know.
I just try to imagine how many, like, I try to imagine how many times that actually happens.
Every second of every day of the vanilla WoW gaming experience.
So,
know?
so give
'Cause-
us dual spec that requires you to run to the dude and click it, but it's free, and you don't have to put
True.
the talent points in every time.
Okay.
Nah, I actually feel strongly
Yeah,
about
that
this
would be
one.
good.
They're both bad. They're both dog shit. Sorry, they're both dog shit. Like, They're both trash. Like you need the threat of the high respec cost too, to make it so it gut checks you. It gut checks you because you're spending 100 gold to flip there and back, right?
Nah,
it literally,
bro. People just fucking. It makes people buy gold to respec and play the game.
I mean, some people, yeah, you gotta do that. I mean, some people are gonna do that, but I feel like you need that gut check to.
But all it does is it limits the amount that you want to play the game because it puts an obstacle in front of you that could just be answered by running.
You still want to play the game. You'll still queue for BGs even in the wrong spec.
I will not.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no.
Yeah.
What?
Or you'll save up. You'll save up, or you have to compromise because sometimes I would be raid spec as my warrior, right? And I would do BGs as Fury, and I would just throw in a two-hander. I'd throw on BRE or something, and that was kind of fun too. Like, it's a different playstyle, but Fury can get tons of killing blows in the battleground because you have cheap execute.
Dude,
so you run around with the sicko PvE gear, you go Fury two-hand, and you're just executing everybody and get like 50 killing blows.
If my boys were like, "Yo, Winky, jump on, we're doing Warsong Gulch tonight," and I have to like run to the trainer, respec SL, I'm just not doing it. I'm just gonna be like, "Nah, sorry, I'm way too lazy for that."
I really think Winky's the more. Like, that's what happens in reality take. I swear to God.
Nah, people chip in, maybe they give you some gold, or they just let you go as SM Ruin, or...
yeah, but okay. You tell me when I show up to your 10-man Warsong Gulch pre-made as SM Ruin, or even worse,
it
I'm
adds
just, like,
more.
DS
It adds more
Ruin.
flavor and diversity to the game because you can't have your cake and eat it too. So if you're a ranker, Andy, you're not in PvE spec. You're walking around in PvP spec. And that's just, it is what it is. Like, you have barriers to entry. Like, you can't just go like PvE in 1 second. You're a ranker. Like, you're on that side of the coin. If you're a PvE player, you're a PvE spec, and all your gear reflects that. And you can't just quickly flip into PvP mode. Like, I mean, you can, but it costs something. So you ultimately get a world that's like kind of less homogenous in a way, because some people are going to be PvP spec, some people are going to be PvE spec. Like, I don't know. There's like, so there are some specs that like are a balance of both, where because you can't have your cake and eat it too in vanilla, sometimes you pick a spec that can do a little bit of both, and you just live with like an in between, like hunters have that.
Let's compromise and meet in the middle. How about no dual spec, but respecs are free?
Just respecs being like
Just make them free.
20 gold.
Make them free. Why do you
20
need
gold
to
at max.
Why does there need to be a gold cost?
But because you do need some gold sync, like. I don't
Why
know.
do you need a gold sync? People just buy gold. It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, honestly, sure. Like, free respec is whatever. Like, that wouldn't break the game. Put dual spec in the game, it would break vanilla. I honest to God believe that. I swear to God, I'm not capping you at all.
I think I would have more fun because I would be able to respec into a PvP spec and go out the boys world PvPing for fun.
They can do that though in
Instead of doing
SOD though, right? They can do it in SOD or SOM. That's what I'm saying. Like, but just not in era.
And in SOD, I use dual spec all the time, and it keeps me playing the game. I have a farming spec and a raiding spec.
Yeah. Yeah, to each their own though. I mean, I was the one who asked the question and you guys just answered, so I get it. That's one of those ones that freaks me out, the idea of dual spec.
I think it's
such a retail concept that it just like its mere existence kind of upsets me. But it works in retail. It's just not in vanilla.
I mean, it came in TBC, right? Or was it Wrath?
I think TBC, right?
Yeah,
TBC,
it's like a
right?
2007 concept.
Yeah, no, you're right. But it's just not a vanilla concept, right? It's not a vanilla concept. So it's a post-vanilla concept. But yeah.
I'm eating my steak and veggies.
Oh, it is Wrath actually. Dual spec, yeah. I'll do that now.
Dual specs. I mean, I love it. That's just my take on it. I love dual spec.
I was saying in Gray's channel that
Not
when you
so
pick
much
a raid
looking
spec,
for
you made that decision.
dungeon,
I know you're
but
specializing
I
your
do think
character
they
to
should
get
have
some
added
specific content. That's your
LFD into
thing.
Wrath.
100%. Do you feel me though, Ampy, that like day to day
Yo, I'm way over time. Yo, I'll catch you guys at 3 a.m. leveling this shaman.
You're on 3 a.m.
Shit, we'll see. See what tomorrow brings.
All right, see you, Grace. Thanks for giving it a shot, man.
Later.
Thanks for the raid, bro.
Peace, guys.
Grace for days, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? You think he's gonna keep playing Era, or is he going back to cat like a hype, cat like a hype, cat like a hype? Alex Straza, baby Alex Straza pet hype. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Damn, Ompy out here with the cooked ass take too that it takes away from your character because you have dual spec.
Yeah, base Ompy. Ompy and I are the same wavelength.
What takes
so
away from
much.
your character though? I feel like it would only add to your character.
No, dude. Like it's what I'm saying. You can't have your cake and eat it too in vanilla World of Warcraft. That is just like the theme of the game. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're stripped of all of like that quality of life shit. Like you specialize your character. That's why they're like talents, right? Like so if you're a PvE Andy, you're just stuck as a PvE Andy. You're gonna get fucking farmed out in the open world. It is what it is. You can't just press 2 buttons and like go full final form PvP. Like, and if you do, it's a heavy price to pay. You have to like reset up all your bars and everything like that. Like, so, you know, if you want to rank and raid, yes, it's extremely costly and it's really, really tough to do.
Okay, but if you want that you can't have your cake and eat it too, why is Chrono Boon good?
Chrono Boon is good because it allows it reduces toxicity with people trying to literally do mean-spirited things to their fellow players of just trying to remove their world buffs and stuff. It also is in line with the vanilla spirit of, you know, the one thing making vanilla raiding unique is like just the heavy amount of buffs plus consumables. So it's like allowing players to play and enjoy the unique aspect of vanilla raiding in endgame. Like it's giving people a higher you know, ability to do that and to do so with less effort. Like the setup becomes a little bit less taxing. It allows you to play your character more throughout the week.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I don't know, like, but I hear
It's
your
like
point at the same time though.
It's
Like
like an anti-griefing mechanic, which is good.
Anti-griefing mechanic, and also it just makes people less stressed out. But I mean, I kind of feel I see the side of not wanting Chrono Boon too, like you said, to your point.
Because like I like Chrono Boon because it allows me to play the game when I have world buffs. I hated the idea that I used to get world buffs and then have a dead character until raid. Like I just couldn't log in.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm looking at dual spec in that same lens of like, well, I would be more willing to do more activities as a casual gamer if I could switch to a PvP spec or switch to a farming spec and like go do those things without having the extra hassle of it costing gold and.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you in some ways. Like you would have, you know, faster BGQs, more people playing and stuff like that, possibly. And that does become an issue, long queue times, and I don't know. Yeah, another thing, if we're talking the business of light changes, like really light that are borderline no changes, but they're just like scratching the surface just a little bit, you know, is either reducing the amount of decay you experience when ranking, so it's not as punishing, or removing decay altogether. I personally like the rank 14 honor system. That is in and of itself a very hot take, but anyone who is actually ranked, I don't know, I feel like they have a love-or-hate relationship with it, because by the end of that system you understand it really well, right? Everybody who's ranked, you understand the intricacies of it, and it's kind of cool, dude. The amount of emergent gameplay and management that takes place. You literally have weekly management meetings.
I would be down to do no change to the system other than just removing decay altogether.
Yeah, I think it could possibly make the system. It would like put like a fresh coat of paint on the system. It would make the system shine more. I think it's pretty good, guys. I mean, remind me what people hate about the rank 14 PvP system. Like I actually forgot. Tell me what you guys hate about it, because obviously it's an insane time investment. There's that.
Well, that's the easiest question ever. it's a huge time investment and it's not skill oriented at all.
But
There's no like it doesn't take you being good at PvP to get
True,
the reward. It just
but
takes you
you're
smashing
right.
your face into
well,
it.
it kind of does though. That's the thing. It kind of does. But I feel you. I feel you. It's just a totally different skill set. I get fucking lit up talking about this stuff because you have to basically just be like a degen no lifer and be willing to play like insane amount of hours. And if you're gonna play insane amount of hours, like, okay, let me think about this. I have to organize my head. Okay, if you're a dog shit player and you're trying to get the maximum honor per hour, and you're really bad at the game, do you think you can get the maximum honor per hour? No. Somebody who's better at the game will get way more honor per hour than you. You understand that, right? So like, if you just QAV nonstop and you're a bot or you're a dog shit or whatever, you're not gonna get the highest bracket.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you get pilots, because then you're like cheating and people are playing as your character at night. But the people who are actually good are going to be basically playing the pre-made. What do you mean that's not how it works?
Yeah,
That is how it works.
let's
They're going to
say
be doing
then-
pre-mades, and they're going to be getting higher honor per hour, and they're going to be in Discord with each other, and they're going to be like accountable for each other, helping each other push, doing meetings. They're going to be like monitoring everybody else on the server where everyone's at. Like,
Explain that in the context of bracket breakers. Like bracket breakers aren't just all savant, amazing XP, like honor per hour grinders because they're good at the game. They just play more than you.
yeah, but like a really good team of people that are running the brackets on a server, they won't let bracket breakers get away with it. You can actually control it a bit, but by reducing decay and making it a little bit less punishing, you can control it more. So it's like it's like a little bit more friendly.
But you could either be someone who makes really good honor per hour because they're good at the game, they're good at PvP, they're min-maxing their honor per hour for 10 hours a day, or you can be literally a 2-year-old toddler holding W and AV for 15 hours a day and outrank.
First of all, those are rookie numbers. I'm queuing that Wolf of Wall Street, like, you know, there's like you gotta get those rookie numbers, right? But like this is how you run the brackets, right? You have to get degen gamers together who are motivated and organized, and everyone believes that these gamers are capable of doing the most honor per hour. And you don't want to fuck with them because you know they can do it. They're built diff, and they will do it. And if you try to break the brackets, they will just make the brackets so high. Like,
but if it was an actual skill-based system, you wouldn't have to do this convoluted process of finding all the neckbeards.
Yeah,
and instead you would just win more games than other people and rank higher because of that. Because you're good at it.
All I'm saying is getting maximum honor per hour is a skill. Like, because, and this is what you would do if you're in a set bracket 1. You have to basically set it really high at the start and say, bracket 1, to be bracket 1, our expectation is that you're going to play 20 hours a day. It is what it is. You're playing 20 hours a day, you're not bracket 1. And then you can lower it from there. If everybody's like cooperating and playing good and like playing ball and nobody's trying to break and stuff, and everybody sees, oh, these guys are fucking built diff, bro. Like, there's queuing all day. Like, I got to play ball. I got to fall in line. It's 20 hours a day. It's not skill though. But it still takes like motivation, dedication. Like, you're setting alarms.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how it's not a skill-based ranking system. It is a time played based ranking system.
It's both though. Because you need the time and you need the skill to actually win a lot and get good honor per hour. I don't know. Because if you're not a threat, this is the thing. It's politics. It's politics. It's the one system in WoW that's literally politics. If people aren't like kind of scared of you and your capacity of what you can do, they're not going to give you one of the highly coveted spots in B1 or B2. They're not going to believe you, and they're going to say like, nah, you're at B3, Andy, bro. You're like hard stuck there. Like, I don't think you can do it. And that's why everyone, Winky, this is the cool thing. Everyone saves up a nuclear bomb when they're ranking. So they get all the marks, and they try to hit the honor cap, and they save all the marks in their mailbox, right? And everybody pretends like they have a big nuke. And they're like, fuck around. I'll drop my nuke. I'll shatter the bracket this week. You know, and everyone has to keep that pistol in their, you know, it's like the wild, wild west. Everyone, you know, like.
But the whole point of the discussion was, you said, what's bad about it?
Yeah.
And the answer was that it's not skill-based. And you're explaining how it's a political-based system, and it's like.
And skill, though. Because how are you going to get, how are the people who are doing the most honor per hour?
You have to be a skilled politician to rank up in a PvP ranking mode. It should just be, I am winning this because I am good, and therefore I am.
In vanilla WoW, you do. That's the cool thing about it. In vanilla WoW, you need to be a political warlord. You actually can't be. You can't really be. You have to be a team player. You can't just be like a selfish player. I mean, you could, but it would have to be like some piloting shit. Like you'd have to be going literally like demi-lord. Like.
So I think we could agree though. You could say, Wiggy, you're right. Skill has nothing to do with it.
It's not nothing to do with it, but yes,
unless
you have
you're
to be
skilled in social skills or
Yes.
like skilled in other way.
I think it's kind of cool though.
actual-
It's a unique system. You have to be a team player. You have to be a good boy. You have to cooperate. And then what happens is that once people rank out, it's like they're the graduating class, bro. Like it's like they get their gear and they pass the torch down, and they pass it to the next people that are trying to rank out, and they give them the best tips possible.
You know what you know how it feels as like being a player walking past someone with like Grand Marshal gear in Stormwind, in Classic WoW.
Yeah.
I don't look at that player and go, damn, that guy could probably fuck me up in a battleground. I look at that guy and go, what a fucking loser.
Nah, dude, that's
Because
cap. That's cap.
He spent 22 hours a day.
I
grinding
honestly
3
believe,
body
Winky,
healers
if you
to get
tried
2 swords.
to rank, and even to like 12 or 13, bro, like you would actually have a new appreciation for it and see that there is some skill in it. Like, I just think
Okay,
it's
but
very
if
few
I-
people that actually go through it.
But if I look at another game, like any skill-based PvP game, like let's look at Street Fighter, right? You look at Daigo and you're like, that dude is a god. Like that guy's a badass. He's like one of the top ranked
Yeah.
members of the fighting game community. He could fuck up anyone in this room 10 times over, no problem. And you don't get that in WoW. And it's the similar like
To me, it's the highest. It's the highest achievement in WoW. It's better than any piece of gear. If you got 14, to me, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt the hardest thing to do, and it's not guaranteed. You can actually come close and never get it. You can get 13.99%, and that's part of the reason why the system, people don't like it, because it's so hardcore that it's too much.
respect for the grind, right? That's all. Okay, I'm not saying rank 14 is not an accomplishment and it's not a grind. I just think that it's a very poorly created system because it has no bearing on if you literally press your buttons better than your opponent does. You just put the time in and grinded it out and played the politics game and did everything that you needed to do. And it's still respectable, but it's respectable for a reason other. I don't look at a warrior that's rank 14 as a warlock and be like, he could beat me in a duel.
I do. I think they could. Like, I see someone who's 14, bro. Like, I'm telling you, you got to be built diff to get 14. Like, you need to be built. You need to be constructed alternatively, bro. You need to be in the BGs. Sometimes it's better to solo queue. Sometimes it's better to be in a 5-stack. It depends, and there's anywhere in between. And sometimes you just have to play like a goblin, and you have to go for HKs and like snipe people to get maximum like honor yourself. Like, it's this crazy system that takes a lot of understanding, and it's not guaranteed, and it's like, I don't know.
Okay, you're a Dota player, Kargs, though.
Yeah.
You understand Dota. You win at Dota because you and your team press buttons better than the other people do.
Yes.
You don't rank up to the maximum rank on Dota by putting the most hours in.
No, true. I mean, yeah, like it's not as skill-based as other games. I agree. I just think it's cool that there's this political side to it, and there's all this management, and people have spreadsheets, and you do meetings, and there's like a graduating class, and there's a lot of mechanics to it.
That dynamic. It's cool and from like a social, but World of Warcraft is a social game, and that's kind of the point, I guess. Because like, WoW is social, and social's why we play MMOs. And I mean, I get it. You have to be social in order to get into the group, because those groups are super locked down.
Yeah.
And like, you get blacklisted if you bracket break, for instance, or like you get, trolled by the entire server for being a dick.
The thing I like about the rank 14 system, though, is it makes sense in the vanilla world. Like, it's pretty much, it's in the same line. I can't really articulate it that well as collecting all the buffs, collecting all the consumables. It's not pure skill so much as it is planning and management and, I don't know, like community emergent gameplay.
Well,
like
those
to
are
be
skills. They're just not PvP skills. Those are.
I'm talking
like
even on the
planning
PvE
skills.
front, though. On the PvE front, you know how retail players are always shitting on Classic, saying like, "Oh, the raids are so easy and stuff." But
Yeah.
you know, the defense back as a classic player was always like, yeah, like they're not really supposed to be super challenging. It's more of, you know, how well can you do it each week, how much, you know, faster, stronger, how organized can you be, like how, you know, it's more about like mastery and,
Yeah, as the
you know,
player, you
pumping and
control the
parsing and all that,
difficulty
like-
level of a classic raid.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same thing with the PvP system. They're like counterparts to me. Like the PvP system being rank 14, it's not pure skill. There's another factor there. It's social emergent gameplay, and players have to talk to each other, come up with their own systems, and interact in meaningful ways in this like game world, and like and figure stuff out. It's not like the system is handed to you, where you just, if you're this good, then you get it.
Well, maybe it's just a dynamic because most people as gamers, we associate things like player versus player with competitive things like Halo or
Yeah.
ranked battlegrounds that came in much later. But for the time period Classic came out, like I guess there wasn't really an emphasis on pure skill at the game even back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, well, you got to come up with some system to get higher ranks in PvP. But I guess maybe we're looking at PvP wrong. Maybe PvP isn't I'm better than you. It's just PvP.
Yeah. I
There are a
mean,
lot of matchups that you just straight lose in PvP anyway. Like if you go up against a SL Warlock, you're basically fucked no matter what class you are.
yeah, but like I said, there's always some cool balance to it, because SL Warlock, yeah, he might dust you off, but he used like 19 shards, and he's actually like low-key dying inside because no one wants him in the fucking raid, and he's SL, he can't even get a slot in their pre-made, and like, yeah, he rinsed you in 1v1, but he's actually like a hollow husk of a human being.
Yeah, but then it comes into the different styles of PvP, right?
And he like
your
struggles to threat. He's
battlegrounds
doing like
versus your
he's
dueling
doing like mid
tournaments and, like,
BBS. He's literally like fucking 9th place, and he's ripping threat off the tank and having the lip, and people are fucking yelling at him, dude. Not my own experience, by the
Basically.
way. But
yeah, I've been there.
yeah.
I've been there.
But yeah. There's just a lot of complexity and depth to vanilla, man, and it's so fun. Like, even just talking about it, I don't know if other versions of the game have this much complexity. They probably do. I just don't understand it, you know. But everything
It's
was
also
just
weird that this is like an argument people have been having for 20 years.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like I'm sure any Joe Schmo on the street could set up a bot on Whitemane right now to run AV and literally hit rank 14 and then brag about how skilled they are at PvP.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is, not many people rank correct. Like, I feel like it's very niche, and it's very easy to hate on the rank 14 PvP system. I remember I was myself hating on the rank 14 PvP system because I had never really truly participated in it. And it's easy to like look at it from afar and say like, oh, this is a dogshit system. It's so antiquated. Look at Vanilla WoW. Like, clearly some systems were not properly designed, and like,
Well, I
it's
think
really
people
easy to
are looking
dogpile on
at
it.
in a different light, though. They're looking at the system for Classic WoW, and they're comparing it to things in like modern day PvP games, which usually have like leaderboards, actual ranking systems, things along those lines. And it's like, I think the whole point of this discussion is that it's not the same at all. PvP in Classic WoW is not necessarily competitive in that sense, because there are no leaderboards, right? There's no
Just the thing.
I guess like isolated.
What brings you here?
oh, there are
ways to go
leaderboards,
about,
bro.
like,
There's that
winning or
lumberjack
losing.
website. Oh, you're saying PvP, yeah.
Yeah, I just mean like I think people are looking at PvP in a modern context,
Goodbye.
and they're looking at like competition in a modern context for an old game.
Yeah.
Hail.
Like it's not like you're queuing into arenas in Classic WoW and you've got like
Wins me.
team comps and like specific things that counter those team comps and like things like that. You're queuing into BGs and mob, death balling into each other for maximum honor gain.
What brings you here? Go in peace.
Makes me wonder though. I mean, do you guys think Vanilla WoW
I saw what Clarity said in your chat too.
Yeah.
They said, Winky's wrong skill's only mechanical, and that only mechanical skill should be the one thing that's rewarded and merited on.
Peace.
I think that's to my point though, of like, this game is not like other modern games where skill equals mechanical skill. It's to Cargos' point where skill equals social skill, political skill, just straight up more knowledge than other people, etc.
No, we got big
So
show.
it's kind of like it's like a moot point, I guess. Like there is no right answer because people are looking at it differently.
All I'm saying, guys, is like, I know most of you hate the rank 14 PvP system. I know you hate it. I get it. Just try to have like a little bit of an open mind about it next time. Like try like just know that some people do like it, and like there might be more to it than you think. Like it's literally a political system where you have to get along with other people on your server and figure it out, and there's some camaraderie with it. Sometimes people have a bad week and they can't push a lot of honor, and people have to help them catch up, or maybe you try to soften the brackets a little bit for them, or maybe somebody who's been at it for a long time is finally going to rank out after 1 week, and somebody gives him a homie move and lets him take like B2 or something, or for a week, and you get these huge, like, there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of hype in that system as well. Like when you're ranking out, when it's your week, when you're B1 that week, everyone kind of like gives you your space to cook, and B1 sets the bracket and they keep it private, they keep it tight. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's kind of cool in some ways, but Som, they did adjust it a little bit from 2019. They made it a little bit less punishing.
I think it's cool and it's respectable people that put the grind in, for sure. I just think that when you say the word skill, everyone has their own mindset of what it takes to be skilled at something, and I think that's where the arguments are coming in, because people don't associate time spent with high-end gameplay.
Yeah. Like, what would an alternative honor system be in vanilla, guys? Like, I'm trying to think right now. Imagine you could buy 14 gear with just straight up honor that you would save up. How absolutely dog shit would that be? I
like
swear
the
it's so
ranking
bad,
system
dude.
for your gear. I just want to see, like, it would be cool to see if they did like more like a MMR based skill where, I don't know if it's based off kills or wins or whatever you want to call it, but you gain MMR for winning and you lose MMR for losing, and that's how your rank is determined. Basically like Arena.
Yeah, so you have an elo system. Like, that'd be a little better, yeah. But if it was straight up tokens from Warsong, like you needed 300 Warsong tokens, 300 Arathi tokens, 300 AB tokens, and then X amount of honor, and you could buy 14 weapons, that would be such a travesty. Because you lose out.
Like they would lose all the sense of earning it.
Strength.
Yeah.
But then again, though, like even in ELO MMR systems, you still have people that sell carries, and then shit gets toxic anyway. Like there is no perfect answer to this shit.
You can't really, yeah, no, I feel you. I think my overall thing when I was going back to it too is if there could be a world with like slight changes to vanilla WoW, where you could take some of the existing systems and make them shine more, make them sing even more, but still be in line with the original like design philosophy. I think if somehow you could make it so there was a couple more B1 spots and a couple more B2 spots and a couple more B3 spots, whatever you need to do to tweak with the algorithm or whatever, just to make that so it's a little bit softer and it's not as degenerate, it would go a long way towards the community like playing ball with each other, and the rank 14 grind wouldn't be as bad. It would be more fun, less toxic, and yeah.
I remember people used to transfer to low pop servers to get 14, then transfer back.
Yes. Oh no, that happened. Yeah, in Som, people would go transfer to another server and then and get 14 and then come back. Yeah, 100%.
Dude, it's just too much of a grind. I also hate that those weapons are like bis game till Nax.
They are, but here's another thing about vanilla. They are, but the rank 14 gear and weapons, they don't secure you the bag for like just getting, secured 99 parses. What happens is you get the 14 weapons, right? And you start blasting, and you're that dude, and you're Giga Chad, right? And you can tank, and you're top DPS, and you're loving life. Then ZG comes out, and all the warriors who pretty much didn't get weapons or whatever, they can start getting weapons from ZG. They can you know, get the double swords, right, which actually sim pretty high. They can start getting BWL, just BWL weapons, and they can out DPS you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, and there are some rank 14 warriors that are straight up like, you know, blue parsing and not even doing that well with full 14 gear.
That's because they're so skilled at the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. That is true. But the one I'm thinking of in my mind, he was a Night Elf warrior, and he transferred to a low pop realm. He did the thing you were talking about and got 14 on a low pop realm. So that actually is true. The fact that you can do that and still get 14 and then transfer back is kind of scuffed.
I kind of feel like, no, that's dumb. That's a dumb take. I was gonna say maybe not even letting people ever transfer servers.
Yeah, not
I think sometimes server transfers are just damn near required. And it's also really nice, especially when you have like a dick on your server and everyone blacklists them.
Yo, you know another thing I thought about
They can
GDKP
leave.
before I forgot? I just want to say this before I forget, guys, because I'm like a goldfish. So if GDKPs are allowed, does this happen to your guys' guilds too? Did this happen to you guys? Where if GDKPs are allowed, people go through the initial gear grind and like people get some sick pieces of loot. And then let's say there's a couple warriors in your guild, they get kind of looted, right? They get kind of oiled up, and then they start their own GDKPs, and they don't want to raid with the guild that much. Let me try to think of the example. So
that happened in my classic guild. One of our top warriors made a GDKP and stopped raiding with us.
And what they say basically is they're like, I need to go get weapons. It's for the betterment of the raid. So I'm gonna start my own GDKP so that I can get weapons. Yep. So then I can come back and I'll be stronger. Because right now I'm in line for weapons, I'm never gonna get weapons. So that's like the justification they use. But what that does is it creates a rift with the guild. So then people start liking doing the GDKPs more than the guild runs. You know why? Because they're getting paid.
Well, that's one of the problems of playing warrior to begin with, is that warriors are by far the most expensive class to play.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gotta fund that warrior, right? So like, it's either you have a warrior with a mage ult that you farm with, or you have a warrior and you just run GDKPs and like that funds your consumes and shit. Because the amount of money it costs to be a high tier raider on a warrior is stupid.
It is absurd. Yeah, it is absurd. It's absurd. But I'm just thinking, man, based on my classic experience, if there was no GDKP, if it was banned, it probably would prevent a lot of that happening. Basically, guilds falling apart or having their raiders demotivated and want to do GDKPs instead after they get geared.
We had a rule in my 2019 guild.
It's happened
that you couldn't run
multiple times.
GDKPs unless it was on an alt.
That's kind of a good rule, yeah.
Just because people were leaving to do GDKPs instead, and I myself included. Like there was a GDKP on my server that they didn't have a Twin Imps tank, and they would pay me, you know, the full split to just show up and do the one boss because they needed a warlock to tank Twin Imps.
Oh yeah.
So like I would just show up, earn my lockout, and then I would show up to Nax that week, but I couldn't run AQ anymore with my guild.
Yeah, that's tragic.
But I made like, 300 gold every Tuesday. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, no.
I still want to see what it looks like on a server that literally does not have any bots, not a single bot. And I know this is like never gonna happen, but I want to see what a GDKP would look like on a fresh server that had zero botting ever. Dude, shit would sell for like 20 gold. It would be like the most ethical GDKP ever.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that. It's a really cheap GDKP. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about all the pitfalls of vanilla and what happens to guilds, what happens to players. How do you lose players in vanilla? What gets people demotivated? So one is it takes too long, they burn out because they're raiding too much. Oh, sorry, I didn't have push it. Let me turn off push to talk because you're not streaming, right?
Yeah, you're chilling.
Because I'm talking a lot, but sometimes you don't hear me because I'm.
You're chilling, bro. I'm just. I got nothing going on. I was making a song.
Oh, nice.
You want to make a new album, dude? You want to make a little classic era album?
I'm down. I got a few songs.
Talk about. We can make a song. Let's make an R&B song about Mancrick's wife.
That's fucked up. She's dead.
Yeah, that's the point. We can make it like a sad boy song.
That's funny. Put on some of that heat you played at BlizzCon. I've played it a couple times on stream card. Should I play it one time?
Yeah, we should get Shobek on some guest vocals, dude. I bet you he'd kill it.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this stream's gonna drop like 50 viewers though if we play it, bro. I've been there before. It's some people get immediately cringe, but. Yo, Bornless, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. We're on a Deviate Delight, bro. A lot of the private server Andes. We should just like take a second to re-announce it. Sorry. We're on Deviate Delight. This is an RP PvP server. We went to the auction house earlier. I was showing you guys. If you type in bronze bar, linen cloth, there's nothing on the auction house. It's dead. It's dead. It's Tutankhamun dead. And a few weeks ago, Aladad, private server, OG guy, and a few of his buddies, like, they didn't like SOD. They were unhappy with it. That's not the case for me. I am enjoying myself in SOD. I still want to play SOD and continue and finish out SOD. But they decided to roll here and create this project. And so there's an Alliance and Horde guild here. It's still pretty early days. It's a good time to join. And this can be, if you're a true vanilla gamer, if you're a vanilla WoW enjoyer, this can be our classic era fresh waiting room. And you can still play Mancrick and Whiteman and all those, right? And do GDKPs there and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. But if you're trying to level and vibe and chill, maybe do some leveling dungeons, pretty casual, come through, man. Roll on Deviate Delight. There's a lot of like pretty decent sized streamers playing here, if that matters to you, you know. Shobek, Ampi rolled here, Winky, myself. So come through if you want to practice your speedruns here, Bornless. Good to see you. Nebulous in the house too. Yo, good to see you too, man. Good to see Nebulous.
Yeah, we were just talking about Nebulous on Graze's stream. I was wondering where he's been.
Yeah. Yeah, but they have like phases all listed out and everything. I'm not actually in leadership at all with this project. I'm just a gamer like you guys. I'm just here to push buttons. But there's a Deviate Delight Discord I'll link as well, if anybody wants to join that and have a look-see. As you can see, it looks pretty fun, pretty chill. We've been leveling there. Pretty good community.
It's been fun. Yeah. I got to level 10. I'm chilling. I'll be able to play next week.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Yo, Diablo 4 has been pretty sick too. I'm not gonna lie. The new update made it really playable.
Really? Nice.
Oh yeah.
Anyone enjoying D4 right now, or is that game dead to them already?
There's probably someone in chat playing it right now.
I saw Twitch and it was...
I can like guarantee it.
Oh, well, there's probably one person, yeah.
I don't know. It's fun. It's good. The changes are good. I like it at least.
What did they do to it, in a nutshell?
They changed it to where a lot of the convoluted stuff on weapons is no longer there. So like, damage to vulnerable enemies when they're far away and crowd controlled is like not a thing anymore. It's just like damage is higher now.
Oh, I see.
So like imagine getting a green sword in WoW. It's like +8 agility, or getting a green sword in WoW that's like +20 weapon damage if your GCD is on cooldown and the enemy's within 3 yards.
I see. So they made it a lot more simple and less like wonky. Gotcha. Yo, Sonic Ryu Hyde with the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that very much. All the support today. The Twitch Primes, the tier 1s, just the follows. If you're not following the stream, guys, I'd appreciate it. I'm coming back from a long break, so I don't really have much of a followage these days. I'm trying to get back on my feet.
You look back on your feet to me, dude. I can already see your muscle loss happening like real time with you playing well.
That's hilarious, yeah.
You have to start doing some dips on your chair and on flight paths.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to not get washed up again. So like I'm keeping to a schedule. I stream at like 11 or 12 p.m. I'll go 4 or 5 hours, then I'm back to the gym for more pickleball, and I'm still on the 2-a-day grind pretty much to just not get washed again.
What pre-workout do you use?
I use It depends what I'm feeling, man. Some days you're craving a nice Chianti, some days you're craving a nice Zinfandel. Like, for me, it's either C4, it's Ghost. The Ghost...
Like the energy drinks?
Yeah, like the C4 Starburst strawberry flavor. Or sometimes it's Ghost, the orange creamsicle Ghost. Or the Sour Patch Kids one.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm asking because I want to try one, because recently I've been going every day. And some days, dude, I literally just feel weaker at the gym. Like, I feel so tired that I like can't work out.
Pre-workout is not a scam, dude. Pre-workout is essential. That's pre-workout is world buffs. When you put it in vanilla terms, like that's your world buffs for the day.
Bro.
You can't have constant uptime with the world buffs, but you know when it's time to raid, which is it's time to lift.
Yeah.
You need world buffs. It helps a lot.
Yeah, it's hard because, dude, like literally, I'm like, it sucks when you do like a nice gym day, then the next day you're like, you literally can't do what you just did the day before because your body's just tired.
The only problem is you get kind of reliant on it. So like some people, I mean, if you don't need it, then you don't need it. It's good. No, happy for you. But if you're a WoW gamer, you probably have a lack of sleep, right? And you're tired all the time, so you need it. You need it extra.
Well, I tried like eating at specific times before the gym, or like drinking protein shakes, but like at specific, so that I have energy for the gym. Bro, I just want some miracle in a bottle that I can just crack open, ice cold, chug it real quick, and go to the gym.
Try a C4 strawberry flavor. You can get it at any gas station or grocery store. It's really good. It tastes just like Starburst. It has like they put this acid in it to give it that sour taste.
Oh, acid, love that.
Malic
that
acid, malic acid.
Healthy.
No, it's healthy, dude. It's healthy. Trust. It's like malic acid, so it's nice and it's nice.
Is it gonna like crack me out? And I'm gonna go do like 200 push-ups or something.
Yeah. It has some beta alanine in it. It gives you like little crackhead tingles. Like you start itching, like you're like Dave Chappelle looking for that crack rock type thing. But that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Okay, I'm done. I figure if you do that, because I used to drink energy drinks and just play Call of Duty, and it's like, I figure if I drink an energy drink and go to the gym, I'm actually getting benefit from the stuff that gives you energy in those, instead of sitting there and just being a tweaker.
Yup. Yo, Nebula says, what did he say? Someone tell me why Cargos Gaming is rocking lingerie on stream. Is this a hot tub stream? We've actually had a steep drop off in the number of people talking about my little sports bra here. When I first came back, it was like every other comment. But I think I've sensitized the community to wearing women's clothing on stream. I think we're good now. You're like the first of the day, Nebius. Cargo's a titty streamer now. True.
Bro, it's Twitch. Let's be real. Even if you disagree with Cargo's wearing women's clothing on stream, you're not allowed to say anything about it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say anything, guys. You never know.
You can't say that.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Cargs could shoot one tweet off.
Yeah. I'm sure this is against TOS showing that much breasticles. Oh yeah, it's been a fun stream though. It's fun talking about vanilla. I love talking about vanilla, man. I really feel though, if you love vanilla WoW, guys, you gotta do one run as warrior. Fact, true or not true? You gotta go one time. You have to play brown class, and you gotta go at least to rank 12. I swear. It's like it's like mandatory curriculum. Mandatory. You gotta go to 12 on brown class or you're capping. Just one time.
Bro, I literally
it's just 12.
I've made warriors probably on 10 different occasions, and at the max level I've got to is 43 before I just want to quit WoW forever. I hate the class.
It's an important rite of passage, bro. You gotta play brown class one time.
There's nothing satisfying about playing warrior for me.
Even if it's painful, you still gotta do it. You can't tell me can you be a true vanilla WoW enjoyer and you've only played like Warlock or something? You know? I don't know, dude.
I've played every class but warrior. I just can't get warrior there.
You gotta go brown class one time, man. Yeah. Level warrior with I've been playing since 04. I've never made a warrior. I'm with Winky. Okay, alright. All right.
It's like, I know, dude, I've been baited by chat into making a warrior at least 5 times. And they all say the same thing. Dude, just wait till you get that weapon upgrade. Just wait till you get sweeping strikes.
But you
Just
never
wait
actually
till
get, you never, have you gotten to 60 though?
Yeah, no, I give up at like 35 to 40 every time. I just can't do it. There's something about the class, it's not for me. And I get why people play it. It's dope. I like seeing the warriors pump damage. I just cannot find enjoyment in that shit. And I've looked, man. I have soul searched. It's been that way since I was a kid. Like, my first warrior that I made was in Kata, I think. I was leveling it because I figured I could finally level one because it could level faster. Nope, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's like priest for me. Like, I just can't play that class for some reason. Can't get into it.
I think everyone has that class for them that they just cannot stand playing.
Yeah,
because I can do priest. Priest is fine with me, but it's not my favorite. I think if I duo leveled a warrior, it would be doable. Like, if I had a friend that was like, yo, let's go warrior shaman or like warrior priest or whatever, I think I could do it.
Oh shit, man, this is getting close, dude.
Nah, you'll be good. Just save your mana for concussives.
Yeah, I need to get him to the guards. His little crony was catching up to me, dude.
Did you just sticky glue again?
Yeah, on one of his ads because it was about to hit me. Oh, I got no mana for concussive. But we're by the guards, bro. Guards, save me. Concussive, stay leashed. Nice, dude. Come on, baby.
Remember when Ompi kited Serena there during the hardcore cut?
I do remember that. That was nasty.
That was
and he got like
nasty.
double quest complete. Oh, baby.
Hunter's fun. That's another class I've never got to 60 though.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, I leveled them, but then I just get bored because it's, you know, it is kind of just AFK auto shot. Unless you're like really trying to speed level, then Hunter's really fun because you're melee reading the whole time. That's when it gets fun.
Okay, nice, we got it. What shoulders you rocking? Just some little freaking gray scraps off the ground, and it's still beautiful. Gray shoulders and vanilla.
Yo, you gotta go pick up that towel bar mantle, dude. You're 18.
Yeah, we gotta do a WC. I'm out here looking like...
I guess
I look
in
kinda
the
cool.
Discord, people do giveaways and shit too. Like, they do raffles and stuff.
It's just like early Blood Cell, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's like the same vibes. When a community's really small, have you guys noticed that? It's human nature. People are nicer to each other. It feels like intimate. People are way better people to each other. And they feel like they're on the cusp of something. Like they're part of like an early community. And everyone is just vibing so hard. And then as it grows, there's nothing you can do about it. It just gets more and more kind of toxic. And it's just the same thing with hardcore. It was like the most welcoming, warm place for a long time. I want to believe we kept that going for as long as we possibly could. Like way longer than we should have given our size. But eventually it just became too big.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the beast though, right? Like, you start something as grassroots and then it gets kind of industry taken over in a way. And then it's no longer grassroots anymore, and then it's on to the next one. That happened in the Smash Bros. Melee community.
Yeah.
It was grassroots, everyone knew everyone, it was super close, and then sponsors started coming in and ruining everything, and then Nintendo hated it.
Yeah, we're
It's
on
like you
Deviate
get
Delight
too
right
big.
now. But who here watched like the hardcore community unfold and was here from pretty much the start? Like, isn't it kind of exciting, the idea that we could kind of do it again? We could run it back. It may not be as potent, or it's not a game mode that we're doing, but if the vibes are on point, if people's heart is in the right place, we can grow another thing, you know? Like, it may not be, but it might be more chill this time. Like, you can die this time. It's not as high stakes. Like, it's just more relaxed. And the banner we can rally behind this time is just classic Era Fresh. You know, we want an Era Fresh. That's something very achievable. I think they could do it. They might already have one planned. Who knows? I think we will get one.
I don't think they'll do it until after Kata's done with.
Until after Cat is done? See, that's what we can push for, though. We can push to get it soon. Who wants
Well,
fresh
I
this
think it's a
Christmas?
bad business play. You know what
Fresh
I mean?
this
Like, it's a
Christmas,
bad
guys.
Business play for Blizzard.
Can we put together like some fire PowerPoint slides or something that show the Dream Vanilla era classic run back, and it looks really, really sharp, and basically the community already voted on it, and it's all clean, like, you know, there's thousands of votes, and everybody wants this, and you just hand it to them on a silver platter. Here you go. All the work done. Just make a server right now.
Yeah, did you see what Sonic said? Said I
What'd he
looked
say?
down on hardcore until classic hardcore came out, then I tried it. I should have got in a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
Bro, I think a lot of people had that realization of like, holy shit, this is fun.
Well, that's how it is. Like, people don't believe until it gets up to a certain point. Like, the people right now that are rolling on Deviate Delight, you guys are kind of dreamers. You're like early adopters. Like, you're okay with stuff being small. It doesn't need to be like super legit for you to like give it a shot. Like, so, and a lot of people, they think it's a meme until it's way more established. It's like way more mature of a project. So,
Well, we used to say it on F's in chat all the time, right? Like, classic WoW is the you think you do, but you don't. And hardcore WoW was the you think you don't, but you do. Because usually people hated the idea until they tried it, and then they're like, wait, I get it now. This is sick.
True. That's nice. I like that. That's a nice little zinger. Think you do, but you don't. Hardcore is you think you don't, but you do.
Yup. That's the way I looked at it anyway.
Yeah.
I miss it, man. I miss those early days of hardcore. Like, everyone was just chill, making characters at 5 at a time with your friends because there wasn't enough people online to do dungeons.
In an ideal world, though, when do we want the era fresh? I think this holiday season. I don't think too close, because the honeymoon phase, while stuff is being announced, is also really fun too, and you want to cherish that for a little bit.
If they do it, I think they need to do it after SOD Phase 4 is over and
Yeah.
Kata is in between patches.
Yeah, that's smart, bro. After like Karazhan and SOD wraps up, right?
Yeah, once,
Or do we want it sooner?
Endgame of SOD is done.
How much longer though?
SOD 2, right?
Because if SOD's going on for another 9 months, then I think it's too long.
Well, you said they announced that they're working on like follow-ups to SOD, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can't last that long. They know player retention drops after like 2 or 3 months of every phase.
Honestly, dude, I think it needs to be sooner. You know why? You know, I had a flashback because it was the same thing with Everlook, and that was a recent one in mind. There was something coming out around the time Everlook was coming out, or when it was announced. Maybe some people remember. I think it was Wrath. So basically, the team wanted to wait until Wrath came out before they launched the server.
Yeah.
And at the time, I agreed with them. I was like, oh, that makes sense. You know, let people play Wrath because there's going to be a huge drop-off. But actually, it ended up being a bad decision because the hype died down with Everlook. It basically went quiet on the project. That you can feel it in the air. It's palpable. Like, it's like you can cut it in the air when the hype is building for a server. And it went cold, the project, for a bit. And they ended up launching it after Wrath, and it still had a big launch, and like, you know, there's still a lot of people playing. But the energy was there during like the summer when they were talking about it. So if they had an edgier server name that was not as soft as like Everlook, and it came out a bit sooner, and they didn't worry about the drop off of Wrath, I think that server would have been more successful. So that's what comes to mind for me when I think about it. Maybe just 3 months or something. 3 months from now, whenever that is, maybe it's fall, maybe it's late summer. That might be a pretty cool timing, and give people a few months to play on these era servers, get like hyped up again, like thinking about it, planning it, and then we go.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, if it overlaps with SOD, it overlaps with SOD. But you know, because I just
don't
remember.
even know if it would make a difference if it overlaps with SOD, because I think the people that would play on an era, like everyone would play an era fresh for a couple months anyway.
I don't get it how the name matters. The name matters more than you think, dude. If your server is named Starfall, like this new one with Everlook, it's different than it being named Burning Steps. Like, it's just the vibe, dude. I know it sounds weird, but I believe that's true. It like sets the tone for the server. It's a PvP server in 2024.
That's
yeah,
true.
man. Like,
That's why I was pissed we weren't playing on Skull Rock when Hardcore came out.
yeah,
Skull Rock was like the best server name ever.
it was.
Literally
And it
is the best
and it
server
was
name
one,
ever.
and it was our top choice of a name. when we were you know it was our top choice of a name, right? So it actually came true, which is really sick.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I could not believe. I mean, I made a character on Skull Rock, of course, but
it does matter though, bro. Like I know it shouldn't matter because, like you said, we played a million servers. But if yours, okay, let me give you an example. If your server name,
Hope was sick.
What's the most
dope server?
It was, but what's the worst server name? Well, we can just talk about what is literally the worst server name. No disrespect, but it was Old Blanchy. Or Mr. Bigglesworth. Like, I'm sorry if you played it, but those ones, like, it's are you gonna get hyped to play on Old Blanchy? It literally has old in the name.
No.
Dude. Like, it's like a horse in Westfall. Like, it has to be Black Rock Depths. Like, I don't know, or Black Rock. Black Rock as a server name. That's A1.
Goldshire would be a dumbass server name.
Goldshire? That's an RP server name.
Yeah.
Black
Moonbrook
Rock
was
is
a
good
cool
though,
name,
right?
Moonbrook was sick. I liked the Moonbrook server
Moonbrook
name.
would be okay.
I thought that ATS was always a stupid server name.
Scarum was kind of a dumb name.
Scarum was cool though. I liked Scarum.
Did you? I'm trying to think. What are some cool server names, guys? Let's take a second now. Let me think. Let me look at the map. Valley of Trials, nah.
Bad mom.
War Song, Bleeding Hollow. Ooh, nasty, dude. Bleeding Hollow's nasty.
Yeah, Bleeding Hollow would be a good one.
Bleeding Hollow is nasty. Old Blanchy? No, dude.
I think Rexar would be a pretty sick server name.
But that's a name of a person. I guess it's okay.
Yeah?
You know what? Yeah, like Whitemane and Herod had a lot of people hype about them, and they made trailers with the actual NPC, and people love Whitemane, right? Like, he probably has the biggest following out of any vanilla NPC. There's so many White Plane cosplays. Benny Blanco would go hard.
Yo, I'm on Benny.
I'm on
Blanco,
Benny
boys.
Blanco.
Like,
If there's a Benny Blanco server, 100%.
Yeah,
that's some
a
mobster
fire
shit.
server.
Oh man, Sour Fang? Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm on Benny Blanco. Sign me up.
Sour Mafia on Benny Blanc.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down for that. Yeah, but like 3 months from now or something. Even if it overlaps with a phase of SOD, it's okay.
What if they
People
did
need
an
to
Airfresh and it was like 6x, 7x?
Nah,
It wouldn't hit the same.
it wouldn't hit the same. We've already had too much like XP manipulation. That's probably the main draw of vanilla. The 1x is gonna bring people back. I think the pacing is gonna feel so good. It's like drinking a fine wine out of a nice big basin glass. Just taking a nice sippy sip, and it just the feeling of your glass in your hand is just, instead of like a red Solo cup, just that nice deep rich flavor. Swirl it first. Yeah.
You gotta smell it and then shake it for the legs.
Iron Grenade. Iron Grenade server name. Okay,
Sapper
dude.
Charge would be kind of cool.
Goblin Sapper Charge, 3-part name for a server.
Honestly,
yeah, I play on
rogue
GSC.
Rogue abilities in general would be dope server names like Sinister Strike, Gouge, Cheap Shot.
Those are too short, man. Those are too short.
Sinister Strike would be a sick server name.
Heavy Linen Bandage. That's not bad. Yo, El Duderino. Thank you, El Duderino. I want to play on Carrot on a Stick. Okay, that's a good one. Thank you, Duderino. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Oh, the Twitch Prime, the support. The stream has been awesome, guys. I thought it was washed up, guys. We got over 400 watching. Dude, much love. Much love. And this is like the niche of the niche. Like, anyone who's liking Kata is not here right now. This is 400 Red-blooded, barrel-chested, vanilla WoW enjoyers. I'd love to see it. Long jaw mud snapper. Oh man. Yeah. It's good to have, it's good to be chilling with you guys. It's super fun. Boy. Yeah, there's something about like the holiday season and fresh though. I mean, that's why we had hardcore holidays and stuff. The vibes are so immaculate.
Yeah, yeah. We should do another charity thing, like a week-long homie thing.
Do you guys want another hardcore arc as well in the future, guys? Like maybe there's a vanilla fresh and then there's a hardcore fresh, or a hardcore, you know, community fresh. Edwin Van Cleef server name. Oh yeah, that's not bad. AC fresh would be lit. I wonder if they'd. Would you change anything if they were to do an HC fresh, Winky? Or do you like the way they did it? I can't really think of anything.
I would have had solo self found in on launch.
Oh, every character solo self found.
I would have had that toggle on launch, and I would have had dedicated servers for solo self found. For sure.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't thinking about that. Okay, that's some gas actually. That could be a thing. So because that'd be different. Aren't you guys curious, chat, of what WoW would look like with no auction house? Are you guys super sure that it would be terrible? Are you positive? Are you positive? Solo self found until 60. Oh yeah, that's another way to do it too. Just like Road to Rag. Solo self found. Then once you get 60,
I liked the idea that you could be on your own layer if you were solo self found, and then just right click the buff off at 60. And then you get layered into the same world as everyone that isn't solo self found. Right
now, if you're solo self found, do you get any indicator that you are to other people?
You have a buff.
Oh, the Soul of Iron?
Nope. It's a special buff.
I see. That's kind of cool. Man, I think we'll do that, guys. Should we do that? Not now, but in the future. Let's do a solo self found run. I want to try that with the buff.
Yeah, you should. It's actually pretty dope. It's not solo self found, but it's just self found.
Self found, right.
Yeah. Which is honestly, I think that's what we probably would have done as a hardcore community if we had the technology to do that. Because being able to group for certain things is pretty nice. Like getting a mob tag on a mob that has a line that's 45 characters long.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But I'm still a weirdo purist, and I still prefer playing it like it's a single player RPG.
Man, I want to do some dungeons right now. I wish I could do WC.
Look, Dungy's going.
19 though. I think we started the stream at 16 and we're 19.
That's pretty solid.
Let me see. Were we really 16? Yeah, we were 16. Okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Good old 1x. 1x. You got me thinking about logging on to my 32 hardcore rogue.
Hell yeah, do it.
Do it, man.
I'm gonna hop off the call for a while. I gotta go do some stuff.
Okay, sounds good, bro.
GG's, enjoy your stream, brother.
Yeah, GG. I'll probably go for another 20-30 minutes. Thanks again for hanging out. Yo, this is twitch.tv/Winky. I'm gonna put his Twitch in here. Winky is
all good, bro.
Winky is just vibes, man. One of my best buds, and always hopping on Gray's stream and my stream, helping to facilitate the conversation. Host of F's in the chat. Yeah.
Tournament Saturday. All right. Bye.
Yo, peace, Mickey. See you, bro. All right, guys, just you and me now. No more Grays, no more Winky. You're stuck with me. What shall we talk about? I am home from work and literally cannot decide what class to play. I feel you, dude. Hard stuck at that character creation screen. It's so tough in vanilla because there's not that many classes. And the implications are so vast. So much to consider that you just get stun locked. 100%. Fun facts about vanilla development. I'm down. You gotta start it off though, like ask a question or something. Is this a classic fresh server? This is a classic community fresh. People are calling it a fresh like. So it's not perfect. There's gonna be... It's not perfect. You know, the server has existed for a while, but it's pretty much a dead server. There's nothing on the auction house. It's RP, PvP. Good amount of streamers starting to play. People getting that vanilla itch again just to go back to the simple old world where everything made sense. Do you have any more cool remixes of WoW music? I think you played the IF one once. That was just a big playlist. It was a lo-fi playlist for classic WoW. The guy who that made it, he's clearly one of us, man. I mean, he does Zelda lo-fi remix, Skyrim, WoW, Witcher, all that. But it's really dope on YouTube if you just type in WoW lo-fi remix. Is this the server Aladar started? Yes, yes. This is Deviate Delight. So we're trying to send him some reinforcements and the voice, and it's going pretty good. I saw a video of a Blizzard conference from 2005, and apparently Defias Pillager had the second most kills of any mob. I believe it. I believe it. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. So it looks like we're going to Stone Talon. It's pretty hype. Love me some Stone Talon. It's the sun setting. Barrens music always gives me that nostalgia, always a good vibe. Feels like coming back home. 100%. You know what's crazy though is it's the same music as Westfall, I'm pretty sure, right? And that's why both of those zones actually stick out to me as some of my most nostalgic zones, because I think this like OST combined with the ambience, like it's perfect. Kind of gets you feeling like introspective. You start thinking about your past transgressions. It's not? I think it is, man. At least some of it is. It might have some, like, another track, but... The good old spaghetti strap nipple covers again, yup. What's the end goal of this fresh? To clear all the raids? Aladar probably has a clear vision of what he's trying to do. For me, it's not that serious, though. Like, I just honestly been craving vanilla. I like playing on this low pop server. I like kind of a dead AH. I like being able to level with myself and talk with you guys and chill and just go through the zones. I like that my friends are playing here too, and maybe we can do some dungeons together and just enjoy. You know, transfer this character someday if we need to. Era's here for the long haul, so. But they do have a bunch of phases laid out where they want to clear content in a certain way or something. I don't think I'm totally keyed into like the vision of it. I'm not really in a leadership role or anything. I'm just here to play the game. But it's a perfect opportunity if people are looking to jump back into vanilla. The server is dead. Not sure if you answered this, but are you planning to get Humar since it would be an easy get? Humar the Pride Lord. That's another lion pet, right? Tiger, cat pet. I'm not sure. What I should get is I should get a carrion bird right now. I should go to Westfall. Take the Zeppelin to Gromgal and just swim north. Get a carrion bird and come back. Just work in a Dead Mines run. Maybe I should do that with Grace. And I use the carrion bird for a while until we get to Desolus. Oh, the Black Lion. And the game right above Ratchet 24. Yeah, we could get him. How you doing, Mingus? I just grabbed Death Flayer's Scorpion Pet Claw 2. Yeah. No, I know Death Flyer. Here we go, boys. Thoughts on Stone Talon? This is another one of the zones that first come to mind when I'm thinking about vanilla. I really like the aesthetic of it, man. The red rock. I'm a fan of the rake. Yeah, the thing about Cherokee is he doesn't have any kind of focus stump. It's actually kind of a bummer. The fact that I don't have a focus stump at 19 is kind of trolling. We should stable him and get something. And I think the best thing to do is to get a spider pet from here. They have rank 3 bite, I believe. So that'll be a pretty substantial DPS increase. We'll get that real soon. Which server is this on? I'm sure you answered a billion times. We're on a Deviate Delight, RP PvP. Everybody's invited, man. Anybody can invite to the guild. The guild's called We Want Fresh. There's 78 people online. Let's see if we recognize anybody. We got Bornless in here. He's a speedrunner. He's been speedrunning Vanilla WoW, I swear to God, for like 10 years. He's played in a bunch of our cups. Let's see. Protato. Sounds familiar. We got Drooper in the house. I know that dude. Aladar's on, level 60, farming in Zia. Pyramid. Yeah, you guys are all invited, man. Brother Tusk, yeah, nice. That's EG. What do you guys think? You think Graves will be back tomorrow, or you think he's done with vanilla for now? I was actually hoping it would like hit him a little harder. Just getting back into the open world would feel would hit the spot. Old values, but I'm not sure. Hard to say. Yeah. Gray's definitely gonna play Era. We'll see. We'll see. I wonder if Pei would be interested. I bet he's itching to play right now. He's coming down off the Catacomb. The Catacomb. Yeah. Yeah, Pei was always down for a vanilla show. And it is a PvP server, so that's kind of his thing. Great change. He used to be chill, hanging out with you on BSB, doing whatever. Now he's rush, and seems to be pressured all the time. That's probably fair in a way. I do sense that a little bit with him. But people are multi-dimensional, you know. I think. Yeah, I think he's in a mentality right now where he still feels like you need to be like achieving something when you're playing the game. you need to be accomplishing something kind of like big or something, some kind of achievement or something different all the time. I used to feel that way a bit more and kind of almost have a chip on my shoulder, like want to prove myself or something. But I honestly can say, like, we're just playing the game right now and just enjoying the game. I really don't care how long it takes to get to 60 right now, or what, how fast clear any content. I'm not really dying to get into a raid or anything. I'm just killing fucking Grim Totems, man. What's your best play time on Hunter to 60? I honestly can't even remember though. It's probably on like IRL or played, because the fastest IRL was probably Zethker. On Zethker, I was like maybe top 10 to 60. And even on Road to Rag, I was maybe like top 5 to 60 with Grace. We were pretty fast on Road to Rag. We duoed the whole way. But I don't know the actual play time. It's this TikTok mentality. Dopamine is kicking every 5 seconds. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think like I do hear Grace when he was saying he's just been playing SOD a lot. He's played every phase. He hasn't quit. He's been full-time streaming the last year. I took a break for a year, right? We're gonna be in totally different mind states. He actually did play a good amount of 1x on hardcore. But I do feel like people underestimate how good just chill leveling streams are. If you're like in the chat and you're tuning in for the first time and you're hoping to feel like connected with the stream and the streamer, and it's so easy if you're watching Arena or a raid, it just doesn't do it, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You don't really feel like connected or like you're having a conversation or anything. It's so just strictly from a content perspective, I feel like just talking about life and leveling is kind of S tier content for a while. And thankfully you're playing a game that the leveling takes a long time. You can take your time. The ambience is like very therapeutic. It's very nice. Is this guild relatively new still? Is it raiding? No, not raiding. Relatively new, a couple weeks old. The server is still like pretty dead. But it's a Deviate Delight. Deviate Delight. And the guild is We Want Fresh. Anybody can invite. There's probably a couple hundred active players at this point now after like the recent push. Yo, what up, Sickness? How's it going, man? Have you had any back of the box moments today? Right now, dude. In Stone Talon. In the late afternoon, early evening. Bow noises going crazy. Just plinking down Grim Totem. Looting copper and linen. Honestly, it doesn't get better than this. You think it does, but it doesn't. Oh, we're done here. Y'all are gonna bleed all the sod people before phase 4. Well, here's the thing, like, at least me personally, if you ask me what classic is to me and what ecosystem I think is good for the game and what I would like, would be just a 3-part. You have hardcore, you have sod, or vanilla plus. Don't even call it sod, just vanilla plus, hardcore, and era. And you have stuff going on all 3 of those fronts. Like, it could be as simple as the hardcore servers and the era servers have an annual fresh server, or 1.5 every 1.5 years. It is what it is, whatever timeline you want to be. But there's always something to look forward to. There's always a new fresh on the horizon, even if it's far off. And that at a minimum is fine, you know? And you could just do maybe like a poll to the community or an interview where you're polling the community and trying to get some feedback on what people want out of the next Classic Era Fresh. Just a little bit of like developer connection and like a scheduled fresh that would happen annually. And then Vanilla Plus or SOD or Season of Discovery, Season of Mastery. I think that's good stuff too. And we can play that as well. And we can see new changes to the game we love and see if what works, what doesn't work. You know, there's clearly some stuff that was a huge miss in SOD from the sounds of it with the community, like with incursions and maybe going too far with some of the abilities and stuff. But everything plays its role. Like hardcore has its role too.
Greetings.
Hardcore gives you that. What does hardcore bring to the ecosystem? In my mind, it brings the purest, most like RPG feeling of vanilla WoW, where you're like scavenging scraps from the open world. You have one life, you can't die, the stakes are high. That type of feeling is unique, and it makes the game shine in a different light. Is my thing. But that to me is classic. That's the ecosystem, bro. Like, to me, Cataclysm isn't classic. It's not classic. It's like the new world. I see some merits in them doing Cata. Like we've talked about this before. If right now you could just delete Cata and they weren't doing it, would you guys do it? Would you do that? I don't know if I would. Like, I'm not gonna play it, but a small part of me is glad that they're doing it because at least stuff's happening and in classic, and there's a team and there's investment and there's a future, and that maybe they are gonna have a vision to do all the expansions at some point and you can play any expansion, you know. If they didn't do classic Cata right now and this was the end of the road, what I would be feeling right now is that we just got StarCrafted. Remember what happened to StarCraft? Remember how dirty they did StarCraft? They just totally stopped supporting it, and it's just on life support right now. Game's slowly dying. Only GSL keeping the lights on in Korea. So if there was no Cata Classic, no more dollars to be made, that's the extent of my appreciation for Cata. Like, some degree of players want to play it. Yeah, StarCraft 2. What about a modified HC rule set in which you're allowed to die once per level? If you die twice, you're done. That I don't know if I'd be a fan of that, because for me, that would, I don't know, I just like to keep it clean. You know, if you die, it's over, and it makes you feel, you know, scared, and some kind of in between wouldn't be appealing to me. My biggest question is, would a fresh era servers stay era, or should they make more progression servers? Yeah, the era servers should just stay era. And any changes they're gonna make should just be in terms of no changes. Does that make sense? Like enforcing faction balance. That's like a no changes change. And using whatever systems they did on like the character creation screen to enforce faction balance. Or not allowing mage boosting or something, right? Like that's like a no changes change. And just, it's almost like the rule set for the server outside of the game world. But they should just keep it pristine like that for Classic, for Era. And then if you want to do changes, just do it in the SOD or Vanilla Plus environment. I feel like they should always want to keep the lights on with the original game. Because they should understand there's always going to be some number of people that want to play the original game as it was. Like on a cyclical basis. So they just, out of respect to the game. Vanilla WoW made Blizzard, right? That's really the game that made the company that it is today. They have had other games, but that's the one that really made it go crazy. So show some respect to that game. I feel like Warcraft made WoW. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Warcraft 3 was a massive hit, but compared to World of Warcraft, People love their fresh, yeah. But I think it's kind of cool. They have the technology built to do it, right? You know how if you die in hardcore, you can free character transfer to an era realm? It could be the same thing. If they have a cyclical 1 year vanilla WoW fresh, at the end of the year, you could just transfer your character to one of the other era realms that will also always continue to have a pulse. A man crick or a white man. They already built all that stuff. People gotta realize that this game changed it all. It was a phenomenon. Yeah. Where are instants on? What are you rolling on Starfall? Good question. Not Rogue. I love Rogue on Fresh PvP server. It's so fun. But the bad thing about the Everlook server is the ping, the latency, if you live in California, is unplayable. It's unplayable on Rogue. On other classes, it could be a little more playable. Like Warlock would be a bit better. Like Paladin would be pretty okay. Warrior even might be a little better. Maybe not though. Melee is rough with bad latency. I don't know where they host their servers, but it's the worst latency I've ever had in any private server in my life. So it might be maybe a Pally or a Shaman. Bob Saget. You can use some add-on, I think, that helps your latency. Starfall new private server. Yeah, it's the new Everlook. A new Everlook White Kidney Fresh. White Kidney Fresh.
Greetings.
Oh, it's not White Kidney? Really? They have a new head of the project or something? Cool. I mean, he was the head of Everlook, right? So, are you gonna play Project Epoch? That's another vanilla one, or what's that, Corda? Do you remember how encyclopedic that Nom Nom was about hardcore? I do. Yeah, he was a wealth of knowledge for sure. He completed 20 hardcore characters. That is crazy to me. 20 runs on hardcore. Epoch is a Watlooka client with TBC talents, abilities. It's weird. Interesting. Classic Plus. Classic Plus. Does anyone at this point feel a little uncertain though about Classic Plus?
Greetings.
Like, what do you even want from it? What do we want from it? You know, we saw like a respectful stab at it with Sod, and there's some cool shit, but like, it also makes you feel a bit uneasy in a way. It doesn't feel vanilla like, but it is still fun. Like, I'm enjoying Sod. I want to finish it. You know, I want to finish it. I'm glad it exists. Truly. But it doesn't really feel like vanilla, right? Like, would you want to have... Imagine they didn't touch the talents. They didn't touch the classes at all. And they just added, like, Kara and new zones. And, Grimbatol and stuff. But the classes are the same. Would it still feel like vanilla? Probably. Way more so, right? It would feel like vanilla at that point. And like I said, I do think it's balanced in vanilla. With regard to all the classes. Maybe not with regard to all the specs, but all the classes, I do feel that way. Every class is able to have a really good time in this game. And bring something to the table. And you know what says it all? You know the best pre-made Warsong Gulch compositions? The best, the most sweaty Warsong Gulch pre-made composition is like one of every class, and then you bring 2 priests or like 2 mages. It's like 2 priests or 2 mages, then 1 of every class. So that shows you right there. Every class has a role. I wouldn't mind a few talent adjustments to fix some classes, but runes are OTT. Do you think the devs they have in Classic could be doing a better job? I don't trust they hire the teams purely for ability and creativity. I truly believe in some of them, man. Like, I don't know, I saw that Cataclysm interview and like they had some new people. I didn't recognize them. But Agrend, Giga Chad. Holly, honestly, Giga Chadis. There's a few other old timers that I met at BlizzCon too, and like I really felt like the game was in good hands meeting them. But I feel like the team maybe is a little bit different now. I don't really know, you know, the hierarchy. They need 1 more DPS for WC? Oh, really? Damn, I'm gonna wrap up soon here. I wish, but there are like, if a Grend was steering the ship, I would fully trust it. I would fully trust it, and I would salute the flag and just and I really think that they're doing a good job.
Who you be?
Yo, what up, OG Jeffrey? How you doing, brother? 19, baby. We're making some good progress. Good progress. I think Blizz needs to pull OSRS and give us the power to make Blizzard hosted P servers. If that ever came true, I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. If there was some way to like legally license a private server and run it, I would personally fund a private server project and really try to make it the best that ever was. Get the best devs, spare no expense, get literally the best ones from across the world. Make like a board of directors or something, like a high council of vanilla people who like just played the game forever, and like have them, you know, almost vote on everything, like make everything so good. Like, just talk to the community constantly. But it'll probably never happen. This is the spider we need to tame. It has rank 3 blight. Argo's vanilla would buy stocks on that. Yeah. I heard an interesting idea with regard to private servers. Somebody was saying this before, that they should make it so every trade and every mail in vanilla WoW was on a blockchain and viewable by the community in some capacity if they wanted to. It sounds super nerdy, man, but like their point was like full transparency. And it was like GM commands too. Any GM command that was used in the game. So you can't just spawn 14 gear and spawn gold people and sell stuff, because that's always the fear when you're playing a private server. Like, is it going to be like a corrupt staff and they're gonna collude with the gold sellers and like allow them to sell gold or spawn in 14 gear? You know what I mean? And ruin it. But if somehow everything like had accountability, it was like on a blockchain, like any GM command that was entered was posted somewhere and anyone could see it. It's like super try hard, right? Like, but that shit would be cool. Like, to create like the utmost faith in the community that everything's legit. Love it, cargo's a good idea. It wasn't my idea. I heard people talking about it. It actually, yeah, they were talking about it on the Everlook Fresh because people were making allegations. It's like the worst allegation you can make in private servers if you're gonna say that the GMs are corrupt and selling gold or something. They already had that and it still happens? Yeah, I know there is a log of GM commands. There is. That already exists. Would you recommend Everlook Fresh? Is that a 2-year progression? Taking the Everlook Fresh server seriously and playing it long term, I don't know. I kind of lost faith in it. I couldn't take the server seriously and play it long term. There's a few things that were a bit weird. Like, they're a progressive itemization server, and there's all types of different blends of progressive itemization servers. You can do it in a bunch of different ways, but I didn't really like that, because basically what they were doing for the first one, I don't know if they changed it, is that there's barely any gear dropping in MC. No bindings in MC. Like, just a third of the loot table, less loot drops, just basically nothing in MC. For a long time. You know, no Spellblade, no recipes dropping in MC at all, so MC will have full updated loot tables from launch. Okay, well, the last one, it wasn't like that. And yeah, like, the latency is a bit rough, and I don't know. It could be okay. I'm a bit jaded though after the last experience with the last one, but I will say, even though Everlook to me kind of died, like when Wall left the project and there was all that drama, it was really fun for a couple weeks. The buffed world that they had, the PvP was awesome. So yeah, like, I have another YouTube channel. I'll probably stream it on that, just on YouTube, when that comes out for like a week or two. They have a new lead dev called Neto. Oh, that name sounds familiar. So no more white kidney. Yeah, that's kind of nice, dude. No more white kidney is kind of a game changer. Interesting. Yeah, oh, you're right. No, Everlook had hella racist stuff in the game. That's another thing, dude. That was one of the worst aspects of that server, and some private servers in general. If there's just rampant racism in trade chat and stuff, gamer words, and there's nothing being done, and they're not really like on top of it, the server just dies. Like, you just don't want to play. Like, you feel like disenfranchised with the community. You're like, oh, dude, these are not my people. Like, this is just gross. Yeah, you're reminding me now, because it was like that on there. Alright, we made it to Sun Rock Retreats. Gamer words that tell you about the time I played with the Gamer Guild. What do you mean? Like, they were all monk at TOS? Yeah. I had a bad experience with Warmane too. I played a little Wrath on there, and I got banned out of nowhere. Like, I was doing, you know, dungeons, and these people wanted me to leave the dungeon, and they all reported me, and I got banned. Like, not right then and there, but like the next day I got banned. And then they did. I tried to appeal it, didn't work. But, yo, anyway, guys, I've been streaming for 4 hours. I think that's gonna do it for me today, guys. We had a great stream. Thank you so much, Ampy. Thank you so much, like, for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm glad there's still some vanilla Andes left. Follow the stream if you haven't. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. We'll be streaming every day around 11 or 12 PSD, just for a few hours, maybe 3-4 hours, 4-5 hours, something like that. Just doing some chill vanilla leveling, and trying to keep that culture alive, right? Keep the torch lit. Or we want fresh on the Deviate Delight if you guys want to join. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug my personal Discord. I'm trying to get it going again. I deleted my last one when I walked away from everything. If anybody wants to join, if you like the kind of vibes we're putting out, this is just my personal Discord. I'm gonna announce stuff there. Like, if you guys want to talk to me a little more personally there, I'll put it in the YouTube chat too. That's where you can find me. Other than that, guys, enjoy your day, and we're gonna host somebody. Let us host. Ideally, we host somebody like playing on the server for the first time would be ideal, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't think that's happening. I don't see anybody. Aladar streaming though. yeah, I guess we'll stream. We'll raid Aladar again. We raided him yesterday, but he's like one of the main people behind this whole project. So say hi to Aladar for me, guys. Much love, guys. I appreciate you guys. Get a nice workout and eat healthy today. I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe later tonight.